Hello, everyone. Not sure what we're going to be calling this stuff yet, but I haven't been editing for a while. I'll probably be fixing it soon, but we are starting a new game with mutants and masterminds. So,
Natural 20!
with that in mind, I'm going to get everybody into the scene.
Ooh. Just give me a few moments to figure out what the scene is gonna be.
No, I know what the scene's going to be. I just need a thing to...
What color is it?
Is yellow, blue, purple?
What color is what?
What color is the scene?
Question him now.
Well, you're in a building, but we'll get to that in a second.
Cool, we're in a building.
What color is the building?
Yeah. Keep going, Matt.
Give me a second. I need a thing.
Okay, get the thing and keep going.
Yeah, he needs to get the color chart out.
Yeah, there's like a lot of them, though. There's like, what is it, like 18.6 million colors?
God, I hate being sober.
Get on that fucking beer,
Yeah,
then.
this'll work.
I don't have any beer.
I feel bad for you.
Yeah, this'll
I
work.
know.
Okay. So, I'm going to post it in the Roll20. Wait. Need to copy that. So you are in the relatively new American city known as, and I'm going to post it in here, Zinbilnau.
Okay,
It is a new island that has been created due to volcanic activity. It is in the... Oh, God damn it. Pacific or Atlantic? Let me see. Boop. Yeah, it's in the Atlantic Ocean. It's about 30 miles off the coast of, where specifically? It's about 30 miles off the coast of, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys are on the island of Zinbanel. 30 miles off the coast of Florida. Directly east from Florida. It's been created by some weird volcanic activity in the area. However, the volcano that has created the island is now dormant. However, there's a big city on this island. Like, about 1 million people live here. And it's an island that is about the size of... it's about 40 miles from one end to the other. And about 1 million people live here.
Damn.
So...
That's big.
Yup. There's a lot of people who
Let's
live here.
blow it up.
It's a perfectly circular island. And you are here because, well, technically some of you don't know this, but it'll be explained to you soon enough. Actually, I'll leave it as a surprise. You've been brought to or come here of your own free will to the Zinbanel Island. And you're meeting at the Zinbanel Vigilantes headquarters. the Zimbanel Vigilantes are looking for new superhumans or other races for you guys to join the Zimbanel Vigilantes. They are known as people who do good. And yes, I know what you guys have chosen. This is your starting point. These guys are known as superheroes
Yes.
that have protected the world from many, or technically just the Zimbanel Island, from many a threat. They were founded shortly after the island came into existence, which was around the start of World War II. And the Zimbanel Vigilantes were founded as a way to protect the United States, which claimed the island, from the Nazis originally. But now they've just become an organization that is made to protect the United States and specifically the Zimbanel Island. So you guys have been brought here, whether forcefully or of your own free will, to be potential recruits for the Zimbanel Vigilantes. First off, which of you have backstories that allow you to have come here of your own free will?
Me.
Technically mine too, I think. Yeah, technically mine too, yeah.
Gio, are you listening?
Yeah, I'm listening. I think.
Oh,
No, I'm just listening, but I don't think I am.
Your backstory doesn't allow you to come here of your own free will.
Kinda. I'm not sure.
Okay.
That's the thing.
So
mine's
anyone
with
who
50.
I'm
has
gonna
come
go with a
here-
hard no on that one.
Anyone who has come here of their own free will, you are currently standing in the lobby of the skyscraper, which is the headquarters of the Zimbanel Vigilantes. However,
I'm there somewhere.
so you guys are currently standing in the lobby. You see to your left and to your right are a big group of people who are, you assume, like you, have some sort of superhuman, or if they're referring to you in a derogatory manner, some sort of meta-human ability. However, not everybody here is obvious in what their abilities are. You do see a few people who look very strange. Like, there's one dude who's really hairy. As in, like, he looks like a human, but he's poof, like, super hairy. Like, he used too much herbal essence all over his body type of hair. So, you also see a dude who kind of looks like, he's, half fish, maybe? You're not sure, but everybody else looks relatively normal. So there's one dude who's really hairy, a dude who looks like he's a fish person, but everybody else looks human-esque in appearance. So you are currently in the lobby. They have grouped you up for whatever reason. Perhaps they have determined that your particular group of 3 currently, from what I've heard, from your particular group of 3 might work well together or have things in common. However, as you guys are just about to meet each other, as you guys have just been grouped into your conglomerate of 3 currently, you see somebody you do see somebody. You see a human. He has like one of those dollies, like the two-wheeled things, and he currently has like a tube, like a pod, if you will, with a person in it. He is currently locked up. He's got his arms and legs tied, and he is currently asleep. He is being wheeled towards you guys. His pod is placed on the ground. He pulls the dolly out from under the pod. He walks away, and you see one of the Zimbanal vigilantes walk over, and he presses a couple buttons on the pod. So Tony Dark, you are coming to consciousness.
Oh, it's fucking
you are
animal.
inside this pod. You are locked inside this pod. And you don't seem to have any way of escape. But you're familiar with this pod. You've been put in this pod before for transfers and whatnot. It's for anybody who may potentially have superhuman abilities. You are able to talk to the people in front of you. You are able to talk to the people in front of you if you wish. So you see the three people in front of you. However, before we start, Tony, this is what you see. So, what does he see in front of him? Who wants to go first?
He sees two people in front of him, technically.
Because he's probably invisible like always.
Yeah, if you want to be invisible right now, you can. But
Always.
if you want to be invisible right now, you can. But they have to know that you're here. Invisible. They have to know that you're here somehow.
Well, I can talk, even though I'm invisible.
That's fine. So he sees two people. But what would your person look like if he was visible then?
We don't need to know because he's never going to be unvisibled. He's always going to be invisible.
I need to know as a DM.
Trust me.
And if he becomes visible for any reason, you have to know what he looks like.
Well, do I have to tell him now or later? I can tell you.
You can message me if you want to remain invisible for now and want to keep your identity, like what you look like, a secret.
Yeah.
Okay, you can message me that. So, currently he's invisible. So what do the other two look like then, since one of you wants to break tradition and doesn't want to introduce his character by what he looks like?
Because it's Joachim.
Well, because it fits my character.
That's fair, but it's still breaking tradition.
Yes, breaking tradition heavily.
Hey, you're me, Joe.
Go ahead, take the lights. I'm not even sure I'm there.
Yes, you are.
You are there.
Ah, okay, now
You're one of the three people who is not in the tube.
Okay.
Well, if Geo is not going to start, I guess I'll do it then.
Go ahead.
In front of him, he sees above average tall, fairly muscular human. That's what you can tell.
Air quotes.
Yeah.
I did give you the name of your race if you wish to share it. If they could,
if
you have any identifying markers, but if not, I'm basing the race off of what you described right now. I'm basing the race off of what you described right now.
I'm not human at the moment.
Okay.
So half long blonde hair, green eyes. Not the deepest tan skin, but slightly tan. Yeah. Roughly how it looks.
Wearing any particular type or
At the moment,
of
I'm just wearing a simple leather jacket and some jeans. Because I can change my outfit as well.
Okay. Leather jacket, jeans. Pretty straightforward. Alright, so you have a dude who thinks he's cool standing there. Alright, next dude.
Well, didn't really have much time to think about what the hell I would be without that, but sure, why the hell not?
Well, you're human, right? So there's some basic things that we can draw from that.
Dark hair,
Okay, that just for Jumba,
No.
that picture that you sent me is fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, without interruptions, darker, fair skinned. You say that to well, not dark skinned, but also not like pale white.
So he's
Don't know how to describe
Caucasian, but he's
Yeah.
got like a bit of color to his skin. Okay.
You're
Yeah.
a fucking
Gotcha.
Mexican.
There goes the whole world. Oh god.
Okay.
on going,
Anything
sir.
else?
No, just to put Freeman's mind at ease. No, he's not wearing a sombrero. No, he's not Mexican. There,
He doesn't have a taco in his hand.
he does have a taco in his head. Nothing like that.
Disappointing, dude. That's disappointing.
Doesn't have a leaf blower
Well, I
on his
mean-
back. That's
You are in
that's
the
probably
lobby.
a dead giveaway.
He doesn't yell in Spanish.
You're in the lobby of the Zimbanel Vigilante
Oh
building.
dear God.
They do have food stands here, so you could have a taco if you wanted to.
No, I don't.
Awesome.
Someone has seen some action, but is looking quite spry and ready to go. Well, at everybody, well, anybody who wants to have a go at him.
Are
You
you
could say-
wearing stuff that would give away some of your past, or are you just wearing normal clothes?
Normal clothing, trench coat perhaps,
Okay,
just because
that's
the weather.
fine.
With me,
So there's a
I'm
guy
John
with a little bit of edge standing in front of you. Tony.
Yes.
So what are they seeing inside the tube? Because they do have clothes on you that are of your choosing.
Alright, before it starts,
Damn.
I have a rough estimate of how he looks. Because I think he's based it on actual Tony Stark, so...
Almost.
But I don't know.
He's a bit taller.
Okay. He's a taller.
But everything you see about the guy inside the tube is expensive as fuck. Like, he has a very nice Armani suit. He has gold watches, bunch of rings.
Since you haven't had any confirmed, like, superpowers per se that are, like, things that could allow you to escape, they don't have, like, liquid filling the tube or anything. They just have you locked in there. So your clothes
Can I
aren't
still
wet
see the
or-
guard who woke me up? Is he still by the tube?
Well, one of the Zimbanel vigilantes woke you up. You don't recognize the guy. He just looks like a dude in a military outfit.
Hmm.
So he has, like,
why
camouflage on.
can't you let me out so I can, go get something to eat, and I'll just point at the vendors. My head is fucking killing me.
He goes, until we have confirmation that you are going to be a willing participant in what we have in store, you will remain in there.
Oh, I'm not gonna be a willing participant. I'm just hungry.
Alright?
Damn it!
So,
Yeah. Even if you weren't rolling that persuasion check, he wasn't gonna listen to you.
Fuck.
so we're basically babysitting this guy, if I'm getting this straight.
He looks over at you. Perhaps you can convince him to be here willingly. And what he does is he presses a button on your tube, and he gives you the liquid food, just so that way, because you said you were hungry.
Space food.
I just kind
You
of.
just see a tube extending towards your mouth, and it's the way that they've been feeding you. So
I'm
the
just
tube
gonna go
extends towards
backwards.
your mouth and goes,
just like
it just goes
smack
down
the
your
tube
throat.
away.
It goes down your throat forcibly, and it just feeds you.
Fuck's sake.
Oh, no offense, but he doesn't seem very
Convincible.
convincible, yeah.
Greetings, gentlemen. How are you doing? You hear a voice
What the fuck was that?
right next to you.
There's nothing there.
I just swipe to the side that well, one of the characters not
Are
standing.
you incorporeal right now?
Yes.
Okay, so they can't touch you either.
Oh,
Don't worry, he's always gonna be invisible and he's always gonna be incorporeal. Don't worry
I'll
about
always
it.
be a cocky bastard.
Yeah, there's no limit to how long he can be in that state.
how are you gentlemen doing?
Well, first of all, spooked, Mr. Spook.
Oh, terribly sorry to
I
frighten
can see
you.
your other companion has decided to obey the rules that we have constricted upon him. That is why we have put you guys together. You're not 100% willing participants. You're here because you need to be here. And he just looks at all of you, or the lack of where you're supposed to be.
Mhm.
He just knows where your voice is emanating from, so he looks in that direction.
That's fair.
And he just goes, you will be the more difficult participants, but we hope that you will become very willing and productive members of the
Well-
Zemel Vigilantes.
No, you guys, you know what he means by that, right? We're the expendable ones. So why don't you guys get me out of this tube and we get the fuck out of here?
Or in the tube to start with, that's my question.
Yeah. Did you try to build a nuclear bomb or something?
The guy goes, well, I don't want to spoil your guys' conversation, so until your group number, and he takes out a sheet of paper, your group number is 45. Until your group number is called, conversate.
Okay.
Jesus.
So we're gonna conversate with an invisible guy and a dude in the tube?
He just smiles at you. Have fun. And he just walks away.
No. You get it all wrong. We have to conversate with an invisible dude that's not willing to show himself, and our babysitting project.
Oh,
And
he looks wealthy
just that
as
he
fuck,
was
though.
just about to fully walk away as he comes back and he says, oh, and by the way, until you convince him that it's in his best interest to work with us, you're gonna have to carry that tube around. And he just walks away.
See, I was right.
The
I
guy
heard
with
him
the
say that,
dolly?
right?
The guy with the dolly, he's gone. He's long gone. That dolly is gone. So
I heard him say that, right?
yeah, you did hear him.
And I'm just gonna look at the two guys that I can't see, like kind of smug. Now I kind of want to stay in here. Can I do some kind of technology roll to see if I can get myself out of the damn tube?
I'll say, I'm going to take the liberty of saying that you've done this before, and the problem isn't that you don't know how the pod works. The problem is you can't reach the controls. You have no means of controlling the pod. As in, your hands are restrained, your legs are restrained, and even if you had a piece of technology that could hack into the pod's controls, you wouldn't be able to use it, but you don't have the piece of technology you would need to hack into the pod's controls. So the problem
gentlemen,
is you just can't reach
it seems,
controls.
my gentlemen, it seems we have a small conundrum. I don't want to be here. So
I'm sure you gentlemen can
I'm
figure
sure
out.
you guys don't want to carry around this tube. So what if I don't tell you how to open this fucking thing, and I'll be on my merry way?
That sounds like a fine plan.
Okay, I'll get you to roll
See,
a
the
technology
thing-
roll. I'll get you to roll a technology roll. Just, it isn't that you don't know how it works. It's how you explain it to them. To see if they can understand what you're saying.
I will be moral support.
Alright. Let me just look at your roll here.
And
18.
as long you're in the tube, you are my personal brick that I can throw around if we're going anything, because I'm not going to be carrying you around all the time.
Just so you're aware, you guys could release him if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
However, you do know that they need, on the piece of paper that he handed you, it does also not only say your group number, which is 48.
45.
45, sorry. Whatever. I'm seeing 8 because I'm looking at his 18. Anyway. So, it also says the rules that you have to abide by, and you have a feeling that they don't want him released without actual approval. So if you guys let him out, you guys might get in trouble. Is all I'm gonna say.
Hey, we didn't let him out. He let himself out.
I did.
They know that it's impossible for him to do so.
Well, it was spooky guy then.
Well, you can blame the spooky guy if you want, and then he'll get in even more trouble.
It's just
Or an amount of trouble that for them. Because him being invisible, they're not exactly happy that he's always invisible and always incorporeal. Because they want to have a way to check him in case he does something wrong. But he's refusing to let them do so. He's here of his own free will. He's here because he wants to be here because of other things.
Well, first of all, why the fuck are we here again?
Yeah, you seem to come here
the reason why you're
will.
here. He doesn't
Yeah.
because he was locked up and he was forced to come here. But you guys know why you're here. You're
I
here to
kinda
join
had-
the Zimbanal Vigilantes. They're here to train you and potentially allow you to join the Zimbanal Vigilantes.
I'm just here to see what this whole thing is about and not some kind of nice puppet show.
Yes, quite.
Seems both interesting and stupid, but
Yeah,
Eh.
so with that 18, you describe that there is a control panel and it needs a particular code, which you've memorized because you looked at their finger placement when they're typing in the code.
smart boy.
So you can tell them the code to open your pod. So if somebody is willing to do so, they can do so.
I move over to the pod and pat the glass in front of him. You just stay there and wait until we can be sure that this thing is not some kind of farce.
Dude, don't touch the glass on my tube, man.
Touch.
Yeah, he's leaving handprints all over your tube.
What you gonna do about it?
Oh, once he gets out, he might be mad.
No, he
What you
wants
said.
he wants to be out, but he can't do a lot when he's just restricted
we don't
like
know
that.
what he can do. He's in a tube for a reason.
Well, it doesn't seem to mind shield or anything.
Yeah, he can
Probably
talk
not.
to you guys if
Yeah,
you want. Like,
I can hear him and understand him fine.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't do anything like right now. I mean, he doesn't seem to be very strong, to say the least.
More than average.
do any of you look at the page that you've been given that has your 45 number on it?
Yeah, I've at least read it.
Okay, if you
I
glance
guess.
if you glance at it, it says that your guys' ranking, it does show your group ranking. Your guys' ranking is 1 from the bottom. And
Well,
there
isn't
are
that-
100 there's 100 rankings.
Well, isn't that a nice way to say we're just above the common folk?
No.
Oh,
the
Can I
ranking
like
system is
see
for-
the rankings like from the tube when he's reading it?
The
Yeah,
ranking system is for determining what level of promise your particular group has among the 100 groups that are here.
So it's like from 100 to 1.
Yeah, there
Well-
are 100 groups here that they've divided you guys up to.
Well,
And
they don't.
Wow,
you are
I'm
put a
amazed
lot-
these guys can even count to over 90.
Well,
This is
You-
progress, I
this-
guess.
This group's promise, like your guys' initial chance to join the Zimbanal Vigilantes is
It's-
level 1 out of 100.
so
Or
1%.
2, I should say. Level 2
Oh,
out of 100.
2%. So 2%.
Well, right now, yeah. They don't have very much faith in you, but you guys have been brought together here for
Well, let's first.
the potential chance.
Well, is Mr. Tube Man willing to cooperate to see what this is? Perhaps later on, when this thing seems to be one big farce, we'll go our own way, as in we stay as a group and not follow their orders?
Well, depends.
Jesus.
Mr. Invisible here doesn't seem to want to do anything.
Say what?
Well, I can't see your expressions. I can't see what the fuck you want.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
you
yeah.
don't need to see.
Well, the paper does say, Mr. Tubman, that you need to agree to, well, be willing to help these people.
Yeah,
Otherwise, you can't be let out.
You guys have a special, like, it's a stack of papers. It's not technically just
Mhm.
one paper, because it tells you all the rules and stuff that you're going to have to abide by. But there is another paper stapled to the back that tells you what is required for him to get released.
Yeah, so I just started listing that off for him.
Okay, the things that are required for him to get released is he needs to take a polygraph test saying that he wishes to join, and he needs to pass the polygraph test.
So,
He actually starts laughing out loud.
so is Mr.
Or
Tubman
he can
willing?
subjugate himself to someone called Mind Meld, and this is referred to as a person. He can subjugate himself to someone called Mind Meld, and if that person says he's okay, then he'll get released.
Fuck's mind, Mel.
He's basically gonna read your mind.
You guys, well, you can assume that, or you can roll. You can roll.
We all can roll.
A straight
Drum roll.
intellect, because there's no history check or anything.
Fuck no. I don't know. Shit.
Wow.
I have only straight and everything. Very cool.
It's funny because you got an 18 on your dice, and that's what Tony Dark rolled in total. So he got a 9 on his dice.
I did.
I don't.
Well,
I'm
I rolled
rolling
15.
horrible today.
So the both of you and Minesweeper, you're familiar with him because he was used during the war in Iraq to
Mhm.
interrogate prisoners. Basically what his meta power is, or superpower, if you're being polite. So, in this universe, calling someone a super is polite, calling someone a meta is not polite. So, his power is that he can literally go into someone's brain and control them, but he also can grab memories while he's in there. So he can tell whether or not you're telling the truth or not.
does he need to see them?
He does not need to see them. He just needs to be within a certain proximity of them.
Dang.
And he can sense their brain, basically.
Yeah. So
Can he sense me? Hmm?
You don't.
yes.
Well,
you don't know. For
obviously
sure. You've
no,
never
because
been
you
with
don't have a brain.
If you don't have a brain,
Mr.
then technically he can't sense you.
Well, Mr. Tubman, are you willing to subjugate yourself to a mind reader or a polygraph test?
Both of them.
Do I know any ways for me to cheat my way through a polygraph test?
Oh yeah, you know how polygraph tests work, and they sense your stress levels. So as long as you have no reason to be stressed out and you lie to them. So basically what that means is you're going to have to roll a deception.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a deception here.
You do.
If you're not trained in
Oh,
deception...
I do.
Are you trained in deception?
No, I found it. It was all by itself, all by its lonesome, over all the insight, intimidation and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so are you trained in deception?
Yes.
If you are trained in deception, then yes, you know that it's possible for you to fake the test. Whereas you don't know if it's possible for you to fake someone reading your mind.
Yes, I'll take the polygraph.
So, any way to see where I can, get him, send him to take the polygraph?
Yes, once your number is called, you will be brought to a room, and in that room, once he's ready for his polygraph test, you go to the computer and you simply message on they have like an IM system for internal use. and you just I am head counsel. And you just say
Well-
that he's ready for his test.
Well, you better do well and prepare yourself in the meantime. We have a time to wait.
Prepare myself, and I'll just like show that my hands are bound.
Yeah, he like shows that he has handcuffs around his wrists.
Do I have like anything in my pockets, like a pack of cigarettes and a lighter?
No. Because you've been considered a potential super due to how your backstory stuff with your abilities and intelligence. So, yeah, they've considered you a potential super, so they haven't given you anything that you could potentially use.
So, what can you do, Mr. Tube Man?
What I can do?
Yeah,
Right
what
now I
can
can
you-
just sit here and do nothing apparently because you idiots can't even write in a code.
I can, but I don't want this whole building on my ass this very moment.
Could I telepathy through the thing or not?
Do you try?
Yes.
Your telepathy does not reach him. It seems as though there's
I am
something
too
in the
intelligent.
tube that's preventing your telepathy
Ow.
from reaching him.
So, Mr. Tube Man, do you have a name beside the nickname I'm giving you?
Any other
Tony.
reason why you're in that tube?
Just Tony? Tony will work.
Why I'm in the tube?
Yes.
Sir
I
Tony
wrecked the
the
liquor
Tube
store.
Man.
I wrecked the liquor store, and I forgot to buy before I did it.
Well, you look like you are not the poorest of people, so why didn't you just buy it?
I forgot. I was already drunk before I wrecked it.
Ah, one of those.
Well, that's...
I'll get you
That's-
to make a roll, Tony.
Mhm.
If you're telling the truth and that was the thing that they caught you on, you can roll a persuasion. However, if that isn't the case, you have to roll a deception.
Drum roll.
Ooh, he's lying.
Deception. Oh, we all can roll
So
insight for
you
that.
guys, if
Once
you're
again.
trained in insight, or you have the jack of all trades, you can roll an
21.
insight.
I don't know if you're trained in it, by the way.
You have points in it.
Yeah,
have
you
1 point
actually
in
have
it.
to put points in it.
If the rank thing says more than 0, you're trained in it.
Yeah.
And I'm trained
If
in
you're
insight and I
ranked?
have jack of all trades.
Yeah,
If you're ranked,
Yeah, if your ranks table it has a number greater than 0, then you're trained.
oh, apparently I'm not trained in anything then.
Do you have the jack of all trades?
You're trained in it.
No, how much does that cost?
1 point.
That costs 1 advantage point.
I'll take away
Oh,
1
point.
point and take that.
Okay then.
Yeah, 'cause
So
it doesn't
basically,
work-
Jack
it
of all
doesn't
trade
work
is
like
something you
D&D.
absolutely fucking need, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in D&D, you can roll anything at any time, whereas in this system, you are restricted to what you're trained in. You can't roll unless if you're trained in it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll roll a 21.
So I can roll if I have the jack of all trades.
Yeah,
If
if you
you have
have
the
Jack of all
yeah.
trades, you can roll anything.
Okay. Can I take that?
You need
You
one
need to
power
have-
point to do so.
Yep.
I remove 2 from flying, I guess.
You just need 1 point.
Yeah,
Yeah, but he's taking away
Yeah, but
one
he has to remove
level
2.
of flying. He's taking
Yeah.
away 1 level of flying.
Okay.
So that means all my ranks are 1, right?
No, they're just 0, but you can
They're
roll
just
them.
0. They're just 0.
It's your
So
modifier.
if you put 1 rank,
and that's it.
then it will increase it, which you don't have.
So any
So you can
intelligence
just roll
based
now.
for you,
You're
but
just
no.
able to roll.
You can just
Jesus.
click the thing.
Now
must
you are
roll.
able to roll, because you have the Jack of all trades.
Yeah, I believe him.
I rolled a
So I'm
20.
not supposed to use that other point bit.
You just can keep it laying around for later.
Okay.
Yeah, you can just keep it for later, if you want.
Do I see him lying?
With a 21,
Ooh.
yeah. Yeah, he
Yeah.
The reason why he's in there isn't because he knocked a liquor store. For sure.
Yeah,
He's lying through his teeth.
I believe in, but what about Jomba?
Yeah. He got even. So I'll say you met the DC, so you know that he's lying.
Okay.
He seems like a man that would definitely forget that when he's in drunken stupor.
I just laugh because I know he's lying.
What are you laughing about?
Oh, nothing in particular.
Well, he is our babysitting target for now.
Yeah, that's fucking boring. So, Tony, what is in it for us if we free you?
As far as I see, trouble with the people we're currently in the building of, being chased up by them.
Do you want to stand in line till your number called and just go through bullshit and do everything boring? Is what's fun with
Well,
that?
first off, I want to see what they're all about, because they say there's some kind of vigilante group. I just want to see if they're not just some kind of trying to...
Roll an intellect. Roll an intellect. What's his name?
Sweeper.
What's your name? Your character's name. Geo.
Me?
I forget.
Me? Minesweeper, that's the hero name, but...
Minesweeper. Okay, we'll just go with Minesweeper for now.
Yeah, okay, intellect. That?
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, you know about the Zimbanal vigilantes. All of them are heroes. Like, they literally saved the world more than once as a group. Whether or not any individual has done anything heroic, I'm sure that there's a superhuman janitor that just cleans the place. Or you're sure of that. But, like, his powers are centered around being able to clean stuff, and he just cleans the building. But the group has a reputation of taking down evil or threats to the planet, basically. So
Yeah.
they're pretty good. Like, maybe not all their members are equally as good, but they do have members that are of that level.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if they're all up to snuff as they seem to be and not hiding something from the public.
They could
Isn't
be.
everyone
They
hiding
could be,
something?
but the only thing that you could roll is what, like, you don't know secret documents, even though you got a critical. You can't know that.
Yeah, so my character's
They do
there
have
just to
some
be.
rumors that they're doing shady stuff, but none of it's been confirmed.
Yeah, my character's there basically to see how truthful that shady stuff might be.
Although,
and basically to
you have a
expose
feeling that you got paired up with these guys because of your backstory stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If you would have not had some of that stuff in your backstory, maybe they would have put you with a different group, but since you are who you are, they know the stuff that's applicable to your backstory, so they probably put you with this group for that reason.
So I'm basically paired up with a troublemaker, a guy that doesn't want to be seen, and what about you?
You have
Me?
a feeling that guy doesn't want to be seen for a reason. I'll just give you that much.
And what about you, Mr.
I don't know why I'm grouped up with you, even, or any of you.
I'll get you to roll an intelligence as well.
Me to roll one too?
Yep.
Nothing!
Okay, I'll give you a little bit.
Thanks.
You do know that the planet you're from is in contact with Earth. So perhaps they know something from your backstory, but you're not sure. If you're like, but that was such a minor thing on my planet, so why would they know that? But anyway, you're not, you don't know why they would have, you're not sure, but that might have something to do with it. But it's such a low possibility that you kind of dismiss it, but it is possible that that's the reason.
Well, the reason I would be here would, be... I have business, and these guys seem to know some stuff.
Okay. So, Mr.
So you're here to
Businessman...
interrogate them, then?
Well, didn't interrogate you, it seems. You just got...
So we got Mr. Trouble Man in the Tube, Mr. Don't Show My Face But I Talk Around, and Mr. Businessman. I see.
You can call me David.
David, then.
Obviously, out of character, I'm lying about that. That's not...
Yeah, that's fine. They aren't checking your name.
Yeah, so
You
David...
look like David.
So David the Businessman, Tony the Tube Man, and Ghostman the Invisible.
You, Mr.
Sweeper.
Sweeper, that's an odd name.
Roll an intelligence, since he said sweeper. Anybody who wants to know. Anything that would be popularized about him.
Not 19.
Oof.
I actually got a natural 1 on that one. I'm rolling crap today.
Yeah, if you get a natural 1, you don't know. It doesn't matter what the number is.
I changed my hero name to Metal. Because yeah, just Metal. Metal! Huh?
Just fire bat metal up now, then you're fine.
I'll just say that after a while, I'm gonna stop you from being able to change your name. But since this is the first time we're playing, I'll let you change your name. But after a while, you're gonna have to stick with a name, even if you don't like it.
It's gonna be Metal.
Okay.
So we're gonna wait here for 45
yeah, so Zealous and Jumbo, what's your character's name?
Presence.
Presence?
Presence.
He's just a presence.
Yep, so Presence.
With a very intimidating lawn chair picture.
The both of you, so Zealous, you've been on Earth for quite a while, so you're familiar with Earth stuff. You may even consider yourself an Earthling. That's up to you whether or not you.
There's nothing against that, but he still looks at himself as what he is.
Okay, that's fine. But either way, yeah, you know, Minesweeper, or he called himself Sweeper, which you assume is connected to this guy called Minesweeper. Yeah, he was, he gained a few awards, which were promptly stripped from him after a while. You're not sure why. But he did get a few awards for saving people's lives by putting himself in danger. You're not 100% sure what that danger was, but you assume that it has something to do with mines or bombs due to his name.
So, Mr. Sweeper, I assume you're in the wrong line. This is not where the janitorial room is.
Well, you should know that some janitors are more than just janitors.
No, they're really just janitors.
You don't know every janitor then.
No.
Because not every janitor is here to clean up your drunken stupor when you come back home.
I don't have a janitor at my place.
Well, do you have a name, Invisible Dude, or just Invisible?
Actually, you're a billionaire without a janitor?
That's disappointing, dude.
Why would I have janitors when I can have servants?
Okay, that's fair. That's a fair distinction. That's a fair distinction.
An all-female.
So of course.
I mean, you can hire whoever you want.
They pull a bunch of redheads so you can just fuck for the fun of it.
Yeah.
I knew it.
They're all redheads.
All named Rachel.
Well, that's what I call all of them, because I can't be bothered to remember their names.
Yeah, with your stupid high intelligence.
And you just pay them.
I have to delete something.
If they get upset, if they get upset because you call them Rachel, you just pay them like $1,000 and then they stop arguing,
That's not
apparently.
fucking money.
Fuck.
Well, could make a wreak havoc and just free the guy. It doesn't seem to be anything.
Well, we're currently in the line of the den. Well, the den of the lion, so I don't know what you're planning to do then. Just fly out straight through the window.
I can.
Oh, good luck with that. Because you might have
By the
every...
way, Tony, you know that your suit has been confiscated, and you don't know why you would be here unless you had it. So that's just a thing to keep in the back of your mind.
So it's close, so to say.
Oh my god, I'm so bored. Hey, you, Green Eyes.
Yes.
Can you see if that stall over there sells any liquor?
Does the store over there sell any liquor?
There is a liquor store, but it does say on the exterior that you have to produce identification in order to enter the stall.
Yeah, ID.
Or you're not old enough.
Well, it's a fair thing because everybody has to do it.
Hold on, I'll get you something to get you to shut up.
Hey, wait a minute. Invisi-Guy.
Oh,
I'll give you
here.
$20 if you just walk in and grab me a bottle.
I'm afraid I can't do that.
Why not?
You're invisible. They can't even see you.
What about $40?
So, but I can't interact with objects as well.
Would I
So
know?
basically, he's incorporeal,
That is-
and he's telling you that.
You have to be incorporeal when you're...
I have a feeling... I have a very hard feeling.
Okay. So we're waiting here, cause
I can get it, just make sure Mr. Tony the Tube Man doesn't get any more trouble.
How the fuck am I supposed to get any kind of trouble in here?
As he says that and goes to the liquor store, I'll just as do you, Minesweeper, and telepathically to him.
I just wave him off like, yeah. Gotta move him to the store to get him a bottle of the cheapest alcohol that I can find.
Are you fucking kidding me?
It gets you to shut up.
You can't even
Probably
give it
good.
to him. It's in a fucking tube.
Okay, so who's going to get the alcohol?
Me.
Okay. I'll just say that you did bring your wallet, but you've been falling on hard times since you don't have any wealth. You
Cheapest
do
thing I
have
can
money,
find.
but you have precious little money. So do you really
Yeah.
want to spend your money on getting this guy a bottle of alcohol?
That's why I'm going for the most cheapest thing there is.
Okay, that's fine. Alright, he says $2, and you take out your... Do you
$2
want
for
to use
alcohol.
a credit
That's a
card
catch.
or a debit card or cash?
I would, if I'm following on that hard types, I would keep my money on cash on me.
Okay.
Can I like
So-
see him from the tube, like using like a MasterCard, or that he has
No,
to
the
like plug in
stall-
multiple cards because they're all maxed out or something?
No, the stall is completely enclosed. So you can't see him from your current angle.
How's the tube?
So you go out, you open your wallet, you see that you do have $2, but the only other money you have in your wallet is a $20 bill. That's all you got.
Yep, $2 to that, and keep it 20 for myself. Nobody's
$24
touching.
to name. That's nice.
22.
Oh,
So you
22,
throw him an
sorry.
American $2 bill.
Mhm.
He takes it, and he just passes you a single beer.
Yep, take it.
A beer?
Cheap
Yep,
as
a
fuck.
beer.
Single beer. Not even like a
$2 for a beer?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
What is this, the
three or
movies?
four, yeah,
Yep.
literally 3 or 4 in Norway for a single one. In dollars. so-
That is Norwegian price, but this is America, which a bear is
America.
cheaper than Cheaper than fucking Coca-Cola, so...
They have to get it imported from the mainland. 'Cause they don't have
Ooh,
to-
so it's imported beer, so it's
Yeah.
nice.
I'm getting you the cheapest kind.
Yep.
So, I just
he
walk-
walks back and you see that he has a beer in his hand.
Yeah, I just look over the tube. Is there any, well, refill hole or something?
No, there's
Well,
no
you
hole
could
to
just
put
let
anything
me
in there.
out. Or if you have a screwdriver, there should be a panel at the top where they refill all the crap. And you can put it in the water one. But then again, you have to put it in the code to give me water.
That's true.
And
'Cause
that
they
one you
want
don't
people
know.
poisoning prisoners, so there's a
And
code
you
for
don't-
that.
And you don't know that one, do you now?
Yeah, he can't see
course I
behind
do.
where the thing is, so he doesn't know the code for that one.
Look, you just said I know the code to get out, but I don't know
Yeah.
the code they use to feed me.
Because it's behind you, so it's impossible for you to see it.
Oh.
You know what? I dare bet if I just fill it in, just the case open, that you're still strapped in.
Again, we can just release him.
Well,
That's the worst that
You
can
just
happen.
release me.
well, since you wanted this beer, I'm at least going to give you half.
I said we
That-
gave him a chance.
Okay, who's going to be the sacrificial lamb that's going to say I put it in?
The invisible guy. Nobody can see him anyway.
But he
That
can't
works for
touch,
me.
he can't touch the beer.
Or the
Then-
panel.
Oh, for fuck's sake! I put it in.
So you're gonna go behind his tube?
No, I'm going to open up the tube and just, well, let them out. So, what's
This
this
is going
code?
swimmingly already.
Yep.
Okay. So, do you tell him the code?
Yeah.
Okay. He tells you the
Yeah,
code. It's a
yeah, as I'm
six-digit code,
hmm
which he
As-
just
as
tells
he's
you
telling-
perfectly.
Yeah, as he's telling me it, I just drink half of the beer. Just because. It's also my $2. I want some of it.
All right.
Cheapskate.
As you
I say it
drink,
out loud.
as you begin drinking it, and you start typing in the code,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna roll something. Because this is gonna be fun. I'm just gonna take one of your guys' empty sheets here.
Oh boy.
And I'm just gonna roll a power. Unnamed power.
Unnamed power.
Power!
Just a second.
I'm gonna grab a drink in a second then.
1 second later.
Okay. So,
It literally took him a second, Geo.
I'm gonna roll.
I'm here. Look, I'm even better in playing character than Jumba.
Oh, he's invisible.
Oh,
he's
he's
playing,
doing it.
he's playing perfect. Don't you see it?
I can see him.
Why isn't it showing anything?
Let's roll a straight d20 then. Write the command for it.
Legally, I didn't want to have to do that, but okay.
I'm in the wrong game here. Because my thing throws it reload.
Okay. So, as you begin typing the code in, you notice that there's a dude walking close to you. He's in the military fatigues for the Zimbanal vigilantes.
Okay, I'm gonna stop halfway through, going like, oh, here's our guiding.
He walks past. He just goes completely past.
Mhm.
Seems like he was going to go talk to a different.
And then I finished in filling it out.
Okay. Petite.
He's still strapped in, or the casing just
He's
opened?
still strapped in, by the way.
Good. I just pull open the door and just feed him the beer.
I can still hold a bottle.
You're strapped in.
I'm not. Am I strapped in?
Yes.
You are restrained, so you can't move your arms up to your mouth.
You're Hannibal Lecter.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Jag tar ströp på dig.
Look, we still don't know what you can do. Look, we still don't know what you can do. You didn't tell us what you can do, so I'm not risking it.
You didn't tell us what you can do.
No, you didn't. None of us
I did.
Apparently, Green Eyes can fly, and it's kind of obvious what the other guy can do.
Be invisible?
Yeah. Kind of seems like his only trade for it so far.
Well, I did tell you
If
what I
he's
can
still
do.
here.
Yes, he is.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I'm enjoying the show.
As far as we know, he hasn't moved.
I did tell you what I can do.
No, he didn't.
I did.
Nope.
No, he
No.
didn't.
I did say that I can toss Mr. Tubeman around if needed.
He did say that. So he's
Okay, you're
strong.
strong.
That's all I can know.
Anyone can be strong.
It's
All
true.
brawn and no brains, I presume.
Oh yeah, that's how I found out. That's why I typed it in correctly and know how to disarm bombs. Sure.
Do you decide to close his capsule after feeding him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You close it.
He's actually gonna look you in the eyes and say, "Thank you for the beer," and he looks appreciative. Actually,
You're welcome.
I'll just say to myself, and let me see here. A fucking Mandarin. Because I know every language.
He does.
He's
can
definitely
speak
enough.
every language.
And
You
understand
can't
any.
write it every language.
I can understand and speak any.
Yes.
So I'll just say to myself in Mandarin that, yeah, he's definitely.
Yeah, that's the only downside to that particular power. You can't write or read the language.
So,
so if we get out of here, you guys want to hit a bar? First round's on me.
Well,
sure enough.
There's little problem with that for me.
You can't touch.
Well, you don't have to eat. That's good for you.
What if you sit in a chair?
He can choose to. He
Maybe
just
full
isn't
trip.
choosing to.
They don't know if I can.
That's fair, but
You did say
I'm
you
just
can't
making
touch
sure
it.
you're aware.
You did.
I
What if
am
you
aware.
can't touch stuff? Why aren't you going through the floor right now?
Because he's hovering.
You see that?
Why would I?
Same reason why ghosts don't go through the floor.
So he's
So-
floating.
Are we just gonna talk trivia until we're called upon?
Doesn't seem like there's too much to do.
Okay,
Just
so yeah.
as he
we-
says, it doesn't seem like there's too much to do. You do see another member of the vigilantes walk forward, and you hear, bing boom bing, number 45.
Well,
And he's
yeah.
motioning for you guys to step forward.
Okay,
Well-
muscle brains, lift the fucking tube.
Well,
That's
first
good.
of all, I get Mr. Tubeman into a lying position and then lift it up. That's easier that way.
Alrighty. What is your strength score, by the way?
5.
5?
I can lift like 1.6, 1,600 pounds, I think.
Okay, I'll let it go.
I can lift like 200 then.
Because you're like peak human, aren't you?
No.
That's
Oh,
the
he's the
10.
best in nation, I think.
Let me see.
Or highly gifted, maybe.
Where is that list?
How much can you carry when you have 3?
When you have 3, I think 3,
Yeah.
6, 5, 3, 600.
400 pounds. I have a 5. 1,600 pounds. There you go. I can carry a lot.
I'm doing stuff, Mom. I just didn't
That
know
is
what-
mighty impressive.
If
Oh,
you
and
have
my
3, you can
ears?
carry 400 pounds.
A lot better.
Yeah,
But the
so
thing is,
I can
the ear on this
1,600
side,
pounds I can
which is the
lift.
one that
So
you weren't
easily the
doing,
tube and you in it.
it still has my
I assume.
And she said that
Yeah,
it was
he's just
enough
like 200
to
pounds
make my
himself. So.
hearing go down.
About.
She just said put oil in there
So
every once in a while
Someone.
and it should go out.
let's see what kind of humans that would be.
It's because it's too
I'm
close
looking
to
it
your
up. I'm not
eardrum,
found it yet.
and she doesn't want to damage the eardrum. Go ask Dad about what happened.
Just get 18 strength, then you can lift 6 kilograms. Which is like 6,000 tons or something like that.
And it was because of something.
That's 7
that
times
happened
16.
me.
7 times 16.
My name wasn't on the
7
system,
times 16.
Yes.
so that
That's
they
not
look
enough.
at to make sure that people. are there.
112.
That's how much strength my minions have combined.
Damn. That's a
I
beefy
went
ass
to the
minion.
desk and told them that I was there,
Indeed.
and the
If you have all of them out,
just
though.
didn't do the thing that she was supposed
And
to.
they do add everything together,
Either that or
then
the
yeah, you can do
system's
that.
broke.
Yeah.
And just didn't show it.
So you went to her and told
No, I waited an hour.
her. And then went and told her.
No, then she came out and
Yeah.
asked for me.
No, but what I'm saying is, when you got there, you went and registered and then told her you were gonna.
I went and told her that I went and told the receptionist that I was
So
there.
what's happening?
That's it.
We're waiting for Matt.
Go register.
I don't know what that is.
So grab a drink if you want to.
Let me click
What's
on
the
my phone.
difference between talking to the receptionist and telling her that I'm there and registering?
I'm just scrolling through to find that one chart that shows you how strong or weak you are to certain things in things. Ah, here we go.
Either highly gifted or best in nation.
Okay, you're here.
Best in nation.
Well, he said he did that.
Yeah, because I know
I
I'm
did.
with my dexterity, I think I'm best in nation. Because I have
Maybe
5
you
in
didn't
one.
put it in.
It's happened to me
Where
before.
does it say that?
You should tell her. I'm here and
P-
please make sure
PDF
you
page 108.
As if I
Just like a
should have
chart
to
with
say
different
that.
things. I
I
am.
didn't do that.
Yeah, it's the benchmarks.
Well, I told you it was there.
I'm well above average in strength.
Best ever peak of human achievement. That's my minions.
Yep. They're not superhumans yet.
And then with 20, you're cosmic.
My agility is highly gifted, so is my stamina.
We'll probably have the rest of that pizza tonight.
To be fair, they look like the peak of human achievement as well.
What's 5 in presence, by the way?
You're
Best
the
in nation.
What?
You're best in nation in charisma. Basically.
Best in nation.
Yes.
I got 1, so I'm above average.
Okay, sorry about that.
That's
No props.
So what did you guys do?
nothing.
I
they
lifted
called
up Mr. Tube Man, Tony the
Okay.
Tube Man,
Did you go over to the guy?
and then went over to the guy with him.
Okay. Is everybody else joining?
It's Mr. Invisible following.
We'll find out.
Okay, if he wants to play it that way.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
So here's what happens. You guys get there, and the guy says, "Alright, we got a room number for you. Just head to the elevator. Use this key card," and he hands you a key card. It'll take you to the proper floor.
I'll take the key card. Because Mr. Muscle carries the tube, so.
Hmm.
Alright, so do you guys go to the elevator?
We go to the elevator.
The elevators don't work for me, do they?
They do as long as you keep pace with them.
Yeah, exactly.
Float upwards. You can do it.
Good thing I have flying speed.
Or you know, you just grab onto the railing.
No, we can't touch that.
You
With
can't
what?
grab onto the railing.
He can if he becomes corporeal.
We
I
can
won't.
He can choose whether or not he can. He's just choosing not to.
Mm-hmm.
And probably never will.
Yep.
That's too risky. I'm just an average adult, dude. In everything.
Okay, so do you guys go to the elevator, including
Yes.
Mr. Invisible?
Yes.
I need
Yeah.
to know that information.
As far as you know, Mr. Invisible was too, because we can see.
So
And
yes,
I don't
yes,
really have a choice.
yes, and I don't know. So yes, we are in the elevator. I just swipe the card once I place it down the tube in the
I
elevator.
have the cards. I'm
There's
swiping the
literally
card.
a laser panel, and you just like move the card in front of the laser, and it detects it.
Mm-hmm.
So do you do that?
Olaf.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, whoever took the card.
I took the card, so.
Okay.
Mr. Muscle was carrying
The
things,
elevator-
so I took the card.
The elevator,
I'm going up.
and you guys go up. You hit the next. You hit a floor after about a minute of travel, and
Yeah,
the
most
door
all building.
opens. The door opens, and there's just a room there. Like a large room that takes up the entirety of the floor in front of you.
Okay, here we go then, and then
Well,
head
technically
over
it's
to.
not one large room. There's separate rooms with doors and stuff, but it's a big room that you're entering into. It's not
Yeah.
like you have to go to your hotel room through a hallway. It's like this area where you've been brought to is the entire floor.
Place the tube down and tell Mr. Tony the tubeman, you better be ready for your test. And head over to the computer to get the High Council, was it?
So you head over to the computer, and on the
Mhm.
screen there are 3 applications. First application is a web browser, simple web browser
Google Chrome.
Not
you can use. Um,
No, they're
sure,
using Internet
Google
Explorer.
Chrome.
So
Why not? Google Chrome. Sure. There's an IM service, and there is a particular search console that allows you to search for company information depending on your clearance level.
So in the paper it tells me how to contact the High Council,
Yeah,
right?
you just click the IM service, and one of your the computer just is already logged into one of the IM accounts, and one
Mhm.
of the people who is added on the side is High Council. So you can just click that and then type your message.
Yeah, I just typed the message that Tony the tubeman is ready for his test.
All right. Yeah, you can literally phrase it that way if you want.
Yep.
All right.
Tony the Tube Man.
Message is sent, and you can see at the bottom of the screen that the message has been received.
Ooh.
And in the meantime, as I'm waiting, time to do some research.
All right. So,
Trying to find whatever scrap of info I can get my hand on.
okay. So, as you're approaching the computer, what is everybody else doing?
Oh, for a dumb guy, you're surely playing a smart guy.
Well, he knows
You
how to
got-
use a computer.
His average
No.
intelligence.
I would like to.
His technology score is going to determine whether or not he's successful.
Mhm.
That's how it works.
I would like to spectate him without his knowledge.
Okay. You,
Yeah,
and
just
for
walk
the
over.
way your character is set up, that is incredibly easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a minus something in my intelligence. No, I just have a 0 in it, meaning I'm average intelligence.
Yeah,
But you're
he's
Meaning
an
you're a
average
fucking
human.
idiot.
No.
Well, compared to you,
That-
maybe.
He'll just
Yeah.
play Explo, so he'll just treat everyone that's stupider than him as a stupid idiot.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
So, yeah, just know that. 'cause
I'm living in a world of monkeys.
All right.
also some monkey got himself in the tube.
So, technology. Here we go. Oh dear.
I was just
You're
having fun. It's not
not the
my
natural.
fault the government is assholes.
It's not the
a
natural one.
because you have a 0 in it, so yeah,
Mhm.
it's just super crappy. It appears that your clearance level is preventing you from gaining the access to the information that you want, and you don't have the knowledge of computers to know how to get past that security clearance thing.
Yep.
Can
so
I
then
see him
just-
trying his hardest to be smart?
You can. I'll say that the tube is pointed towards the computer, so you can see that he's typing something, but you don't know what because you can't see the monitor from your current angle. He would have to move you to see the monitor.
So the reply to have I already gotten a reply from the message that I sent?
It doesn't seem like they were sending you a reply. You can just tell that it was received and looked at.
Okay. So then I try to find a seat.
Alright, there are plenty of chairs here. This is like, this particular area that you guys are in is like a lobby. There
Yeah,
are
stay-
rooms that go off from here, and it seems as though none of them are locked.
The message is all just message them, and then well, he will be taken for his test. So just sit back and relax.
I'll just lean into the tube till they come and pick him.
Alright, I guess these characters have no wish to explore the place that they're in. Cool.
Well,
Um,
well, we don't want to make too much trouble for ourselves now, do we?
It seems
can't
as
just stop
though this
shooting
is your room. This level on this floor on the building is your room. It doesn't seem like you're going to get in trouble for exploring.
Well, if that's the case, then let's see what's behind him. Door number 1.
Alright, so I'll just explain to you the layout and what's in each place.
Mhm.
So, on the bottom floor, there's a large bathroom that has like a huge tub, and it has a huge spacious shower. Like this particular bathroom, it has a drain in the middle of the floor, and there's just shower heads on the wall, and there's like the bathtub, this huge bathtub. And it seems as though they don't care if you overfill the bathtub. There's just a drain on the floor that drains out the water if it overflows.
Okay.
So there's a huge spacious bathroom there. On the other side, there's like a living space that has like a 50-inch flat screen TV.
Just 50. That's poor.
There's a 50-inch like flat screen TV, so huge. There's a couple game consoles there. Some of the newer ones, so like PS4, Xbox One, that sort of thing. There are some more classic consoles there, but you don't have a pick of all the classic consoles. Just some of them are just sitting there, and there's quite a selection of games. There's a selection of Blu-rays and DVDs at your disposal. So it just seems like it's a place where you can just hang out.
Yeah, I can't see. Well, like, yeah, I can't see Mr. So I don't know if he's close to me or not.
Well, either way. So there's that room. They're on the bottom floor of this, it's like a 2-story room, but it doesn't seem like it takes up multiple floors. It's just so you can go up to a different area. And on the bottom floor, there is also a spacious kitchen stocked with anything you might want to eat. Literally. Like,
Yeah, as you.
super
Yeah,
exotic
but-
foods all the way to the more mundane foods. Like, there's craft dinner sitting next to, like, a papaya. So, there's
Yeah.
everything here that you might want.
Yeah, but as you describe my character, I think my character could definitely use a wash.
Yeah, so there's a washroom downstairs. Upstairs, there's a more simplistic washroom, but it does also have a shower. It's not as spacious, but it's like a shower stuck in the corner, and there's a toilet and a sink.
Yeah. So I'm gonna
And
be-
upstairs, there is a spacious bedroom, which has enough beds for the 4 of you, should you
Mhm.
each wish to take one. And in the upstairs, there is a window room, which it seems like a lounge area that just has a window on the other side. It just has like a fake fireplace in the middle, that sort of thing. And
Mhm.
at the far end of the room, there's a window that faces to the exterior of the skyscraper that you guys are currently on. And you guys are like 30 or 40 floors above ground. You're not sure the exact number because the elevator didn't tell you what floor you're on. It seems like the key card is the only way to get to this floor, so you guys aren't going to be disturbed. Unless somebody comes here with the key card. The proper key card.
Or flies. Who knows?
Or is incorporeal like some people.
Or can move through walls, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, incorporeal.
Yeah.
Also, like some people.
Mhm.
So, you guys have this gigantic space to work with. Except for somebody who's still locked in his tube. Although, you could get somebody to move your tube somewhere so that way you're not just sitting in the entranceway if you want.
So I place him in the middle of the room so that they can just have a lovely look of one side of the room.
Exactly.
But there's not like a window with a view.
They can put you in that room if you want.
I
They
put you
want
to watch.
also.
Okay. Just to be jealous, I put him to watch the window. So if the sun is shining at you, I can't move you because I'm busy with other stuff.
Yeah, the sun is shining directly in the window. It seems like it faces directly east. And right now it's early morning.
So yeah, you have the sun.
Well, relatively early. Like 10, 11 o'clock in the morning.
Can I see something around to get my bearings on where I am and how long I have to fly to get home after I smash a window and get the fuck out of here?
You don't know where you are. But...
So there's
Did you-
no
did you
markers like
roll
in the
to-
city that I can see.
Did you roll to determine who those people were? Like the people who are walking around and stuff? Did you make a roll based on the vigilantes to see if you knew who they were?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I'll try it.
Roll in intelligence for that.
It is 9. That's pretty bad for you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, they're the Zimbanal vigilantes. So, you have a feeling that if this is where you think it is, you're on Zimbanal. Which, I don't know, we kind of quickly made your backstory. So, I don't know where your character lives, and I don't care where your character is from. So you
Probably in New York in a giant building with an A on it.
Yeah, so what I was gonna say is, it's up to you.
No, it's gonna be a
what the
giant
distance
building
is.
that says dark on it,
Dark
not
is
an
cool.
A.
Yeah, the
He's got
D
a
and
big
R
D.
and K now.
He's got a big
Mm.
D, and people make fun of him, and he actually takes it
Yep, the
personally.
big D.
Big D is building.
But either way, so your character knows where he is. How long it would take, you don't know. Or I don't know. You would know. I don't, because I don't know where your character's from.
You can fly day and night.
It's
It
good.
wouldn't
You're
take me
about-
long
you're
to
about
fly
30
home to
miles.
New York from.
You're about 30 miles east of Florida. That's where the island is. So you would know that.
Oh, that's not too far from New York.
It
So
is
you would
quite
know
far.
that.
Well, with your fly speed, nah, it's not too bad.
Yeah, exactly.
In less than an hour, he could reach the mainland.
Mm-hmm.
At least Florida. So, you know that information? Is that all you wanted to know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so what's everybody else doing?
Take my character taking a shower.
Everybody else?
Floating around.
Yeah, your
I'm
character,
flying.
your
I
character
can
can
fly
do
naturally.
anything in this place. You can make food, you can play video games, watch a
no,
movie.
I want to know more about Tony.
Okay.
Probably won't get much from him.
Okay, so
Explore
you
the
approach
guy's
his
backstory that's in it
you
too.
approach his tube. If you guys want to interact, you can. So you approach his tube. It's sitting in the room that's facing the window that looks out over the view from the skyscraper.
I'll just say straight out to him. So what's the real reason you're
None of your business, Green Lantern.
Who the fuck's that?
Yeah, technically Green Lantern isn't a thing he would
Yeah.
know, because that doesn't exist.
Yeah. So what the fuck's that? I don't have a lantern on me.
Your eyes light up the place enough.
That is fair. Your eyes... Did you say your eyes were green?
Is that okay?
Yes.
Well, I'm not using my powers.
Okay.
When I'm
Well,
using
then,
my powers, I
yeah,
try-
it makes sense. Maybe he's just saying that your eyes are sparkly. Maybe he's hitting on you, you're not sure.
What, your eyes aren't green all the time?
No,
Oh.
they're green, but they're not glowing green.
I have cosmic powers, dude.
Yes, but maybe he...
Okay, well, in
maybe
that
he's
case,
hitting-
it wouldn't have
maybe
said
he's
that.
hitting on you, you're not sure.
In that case, it wouldn't have said that. In that case, it would have just said none of your business.
The stubborn, yeah.
I am.
I wouldn't
observing
exactly call
everyone,
myself
by the way.
stubborn, it's just that I barely just met you.
Oh, you're observing everyone. I didn't know you were such a peeper.
He's...
Oh, who would have thought?
just
He
a-
suddenly
Who would've
said
thought?
before the game he
He's
was a
just a
stalker.
super creepy voyeur, is what he is.
I'll just write in the code and open the tube for him. I will not release him, but I'll open the tube for him.
Okay.
Have some fresh air.
Whatever fresh air is, but
Okay, the tube is
There
open.
wouldn't happen to be any liquor in those cabinets over there.
Oh, there is, but whether or not he tells you that is up to him.
no, if he asks
Well, I
for it,
asked
I'll
him.
go grab him one. Maybe he'll talk more if I give him.
Yeah, interrogate him. Info for liquor.
Well, I fly over to the liquor cabinet and find something fancy.
Yeah, he literally is doing the show-off move where he can, like, float, like,
Yeah, I was just floating over.
like a foot off the ground and just
Yeah,
goes
basically.
over.
Like, look at me, ma. I can fly.
Well, to him, it's to his race. He could do that since he was born. So to
Yeah,
him,
natural.
it might not be strange.
Oh, it's natural for me.
Yeah.
What liquor is in the cabinet?
There's some decently expensive stuff here. However, you do read a note, and it says, any and all things taken will be put on, paid for by the account of one of the occupants. So in other words, it's like those hotels, they have the stuff there, but if you take it, then after you leave, they just charge it to your account.
There's like
Okay.
random account.
It becomes now very tempting to instantly say, fuck this place, we're taking over.
Oh, swear, I'm thinking of that.
Well, to be
Sure, we're not
fair-
powerful enough.
To be
But-
fair, it doesn't
yeah.
look like they're charging you to play the video games that they have here or use the huge flat screen TV. They're just charging you for the stuff that you consume and they don't have anymore.
I don't know who the fuck's account the shit is on. So
You have no idea.
I found like an average liquor thing and hand it to the rich fucker.
All right.
Crossing my
still-
fingers that it's the poor guy that's gonna have to pay for all this.
Well, here's your problem. Here's your problem. He's still strapped in. He can't move his arm to his mouth.
Well, I can feed it to him because I'm not a rude motherfucker and drinks half his beer first. I hand him the whole thing. I'll feed him to him if he can't need to.
You know, that would be a whole lot easier if you just unstrapped me.
Well, they're probably gonna free you at some point anyway.
Well, it depends on how he
So
does on that thing.
yeah, but if it's doing okay, I guess it's fine. Do you have anything fun I can use to open that shit?
As you guys are sitting there contemplating, you hear everybody hears this. That's in this level of the tower.
We hear two hands going together.
No,
We
I
hear
made
silence.
a noise.
Then
Oh,
you
I
I
heard
didn't hear
silence.
anything.
The same.
Okay, here's the noise again. I'll do it a little bit louder.
it's like a door opening or something.
A
You should
doorbell.
probably close my tube again.
Sure, I'll close it too.
All right, you close the tube.
I still
You
have the
still
liquor
have no
though.
idea what that noise is.
No, I still have the liquor though.
Yeah, you do.
Good, so go check the front door, quote unquote, our elevator.
Why?
I think it's there.
Why?
It seems like a doorbell sound.
Seems like we have company.
You
Well,
hear
Mister,
from
go
a
through
voice
anything.
in the corner of the room.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's not creepy at all.
By the
I'm saying
way,
soup.
you could have went through the wall to where the elevator is to see if somebody was there.
I was planning on doing that.
Okay. Do you do
I'm
that?
not doing it.
I say that and I do that.
Okay. And you walk over, you go through the wall, and you can see that yes, in fact, there is somebody there. A dude in the vigilante military fatigues is currently standing at the door, but it seems like they're respecting your privacy and they're not immediately entering.
I go right in front of it and inspect it closer.
Okay, this guy, he looks... Let me just see here.
Ruben is back.
Okay,
I'll be
this'll work.
right back.
This'll work. He is a Gorgian, which is the other race of people that lives on this planet now after the alien spaceship crashed during the First World War. They are called Gorgians. I'll put the spelling in the chat for you.
And he doesn't notice me, right?
Oh no, he's just standing there waiting for the door to be answered.
Okay, I go through the door and inform my fellow associates that there's someone standing by the door.
Yeah, so you just hear a disembodied voice as you're walking down the stairs to get to the elevator that there's somebody at the door.
I'll go open the door.
Alright, you press the elevator button to open the door, and you do see a Gorgian standing on the other side of the door.
But I know it is
the
a
reason you know he's a Gorgian is because their eyes are a different color. They look almost exactly like humans, except their eyes are a different color. They usually have a pink or like brownish tan color, like a very light yellow gold color to them.
Yeah, just a question because I didn't say to him. I think, do I have any things that looks that I am an alien?
Nope. Your
I just
dude
look like a
just
guy.
looks like a human. Because I said I was basing their look off of whatever you described, so they just look like humans.
I would have something, but they can't see. I would say I had like a mark on my chest. I went up to my shoulder.
Well, that's fair, but
But I
you
broke
have
something.
clothes on, so
But just for I at least have it. If the others are
yeah, they have
Dorian,
various birthmarks on their bodies. But
if it,
as long as they're
I-
fully clothed, then it's hard to tell the difference between a human and your particular race.
yeah, I'll just float in the door, and wait for him to go over.
All All right. He comes in. He just looks at you and he goes, "So I'm here to test a tube, man."
Yeah, he's in the room. In his tube.
Up there?
Yeah.
Alright. Just so I'm aware, sweeper. Which bathroom did you use? The bigger one or the smaller one?
He will be right back, he said.
Oh, crap.
Probably the biggest one.
Okay,
Probably the biggest one.
I'll ask him that when he gets back. So let me know when he gets back, because I'm not looking at the cameras. So, the Gorgian walks up the stairs. And he goes over to the tube. So, Tony, you see a dude who's, as you look at his eyes, you can tell he's a Gorgian. He has bright, like fluorescent pink eyes as he looks at you, which is indicative
Sup,
of the
dude?
aliens that crash landed on Earth during the First World War. So he's standing there in front of you.
Yeah, I said sup, dude.
Oh, I didn't hear that part. Sound might have cut out for me or something. Anyway.
I'll float behind the gorg.
Yep. He looks at you and he says, "You know why I'm here." And he starts pressing some buttons on your tube, and you can feel like those things that they put on you if you're taking a lie detector test. You can feel those things eject from the walls of the tube and onto your body. And he goes, "Are you ready for your test?"
I don't suppose in any way he could get a cigarette before he started.
Cigarettes are a way to calm you down. Might affect the test results. I'm sure you understand.
Yeah, and having been deprived for cigarettes for many hours now also makes you hyperventilate, or your heartbeat to race,
He looks at you. He's
which would also be wrong.
He's genuinely trying to figure you out. Roll a persuasion.
God damn it, fuck these dice.
Okay. I'm gonna roll a thing. And they're not gonna just send a regular old dude here to see if you're lying. So, he's gonna roll. Where's my dice roller? Here it is. He goes, "No." And he starts getting the test ready. He has a little data pad in front of him. And you know from your time being in this tube that this data pad is just a thing that connects to the tube to give him readout results. So that's probably where he's going to see the results of the test.
Where's my suit?
He goes, "Don't you worry about that. Just listen to the questions and answer as truthfully as you can." So he starts off by asking you questions like your name, your place of birth, things that he would know the answers to get a baseline. That's how these tests work. So are you going to choose to lie about any of these things or just tell the truth?
Tell the truth, I guess, since I would know he already knows.
Okay. So we'll say that you answer them without having to get too deep into your backstory. You can determine the answers to questions like where you're from and that sort of thing. So he gets a baseline and he goes, "Alright. Now, do you wish to be cooperative with the, I forgot the name, Zimbanao vigilantes. And he
Yes.
looks at you. Alright, say yes. If you're being deceptive, roll deception.
Rolled. And rolled that.
Already did. I got a whole 10.
You rolled very bad.
Yeah, the script gods are not kind to me today.
He looks up at you. The machine's reading a false. And
Faulty
he looks at
machinery.
you, and you can tell that he believes the machine. It's not like, oh, the machine's malfunctioning. He's like, yeah, the machine's saying the correct thing. Just by the expression on his face, you're just like, yep. Is there any reason why this machine would be reading a false? He just looks at you.
What?
He's looking you up and down, and he's asking you if there's any reason why the machine would be reading a false.
Yeah, I didn't have my goddamn smoke.
Well, everything else was reading as truthful. You see that he's seeing through you. A little bit.
Just a little.
So what do you wish to do?
Can I do anything?
Do you wish to say anything else to him?
No.
Okay. He goes, alright. He just hits a button on the tablet, and he just starts walking out of the room. If you really don't want to be free, I mean, that's up to you. As he walks to the exit. Do you wish to say anything to him?
There's nothing I can say.
Alright.
I don't want to be here, and the only reason they'd let me go if I really wanted to be here, which I don't.
That's fair. And you didn't succeed on your deception check. And you did roll super crappy. So, sorry,
Yep,
man.
like I've done since we started this game.
Apparently. So he leaves, and he goes over to, because he made sure no one else was in the room, at least that he
I was
could
there.
see. Yes, I know.
There was
I know you were there. I know. But he was just making sure, he made sure that, like, Zealous was out of the room.
When he leaves the room, I'll say to Metal, "You're pretty bad at lying, you know."
I'm actually pretty fucking good at lying.
Doesn't say what tested.
Shut up and just let me out.
Well, why should I do that?
Give you some money.
How much?
A couple of grand at least.
Couple of what?
couple
Grand.
grand.
Grand, at least. And since you obviously can go through walls without being detected, I'll double it if you can figure out where they kept my suit.
Oh, how about this? 10 grand. I'll get you out of this tube. Start from there.
And then 20 grand if you can find my suit.
Do you know where they keep your suits?
Nope.
The guy left the room. Did you see which room he went?
Me neither.
Yeah, he's going towards you, but I'm letting this conversation happen.
I'm gonna wait for this guy to leave our floor. So in case he hears the noise I'm about to make, you know.
Okay. So, he walks over to you, Zealous.
Huh?
And he's like, yeah, so I guess you guys didn't do very much convincing. Didn't think you did in that amount of time, but figured it was worth a try.
Oh, is either very stubborn, or just a fool. I don't know.
Alright. Well,
What's gonna happen to him now? He's gonna be stuck in that tube forever?
oh, don't worry. We have our methods.
Which would be,
And if
if
he
you don't
doesn't
mind,
Probably
comply
torture.
within the next 24 hours, we may have to apply some of those methods.
say hypothetically, if you figured a way to get out, what would happen to him?
He just looks at you. I know that he probably has figured out a way to escape, but he cannot do it on his own. If he managed to escape, we would find one responsible, and they would be subject to the same punishment as him. He just nods. He looks self-satisfied.
Yeah.
Is
I'm
there
not gonna say anything.
else you wish to know before I leave?
Nah, I think I've got what I wanted.
He nods. Alright, I'll see you. And he walks over. It turns out he does have a card to open the elevator door at this floor if he wanted to, but he was just respecting your guys' privacy. He just opens the door, beep, and then he goes beep on the inside. And then the
I
elevator
float
starts moving.
into the others.
Okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna do anything.
Somebody is still taking a shower.
He is still not come back yet.
Yeah, he's still
Taking
not
a long
here, so-
shower.
Yeah. Nope.
Do you think he has his headset on when he's showering, Olaf?
If he's showering, I
He's
didn't know what
showering
he did.
in game. I don't know about real life.
In real life, said he would be right back for a little more than be right back ago.
Anyways, the guy has
He probably showers with the suit on.
Probably.
If you said that out loud in the room that I was in, I would have said that. He probably showers with the suit on.
Yeah, I'll just fly into the Mr. Tony Tube and say the guy's left if you want to do anything.
Well, you can let me out.
There's Gio.
Hello.
Alright, Gio. I wanted to know which bathroom you were using for your shower. Because both of them have showers in them.
So there was an upper floor and downstairs, right?
Yeah, the upper floor one is smaller, but still functional.
Mm-hmm.
The downstairs one is huge.
Yeah, I'm going for the downstairs one. I want some space and I want to finally enjoy some luxury.
Alright,
Told you.
so I'll say
we
at
just-
this point,
Mm-hmm.
just after the guy who did the interrogation left, you just come out of the shower. I'll say that your character takes about a 15-minute shower, so
Mm-hmm.
it was about that time.
So, did Mr. Tubeman fail or succeed?
Oh, he failed.
As you guys are
blast him
all now standing in the
Yep.
room with the bay window, if you will, that
Don't
looks out over
blast
the.
him out. Fuck you to these guys.
Yeah, but I think Mr. Tubeman has some... I think these guys have something of Mr. Tubeman that he really wants back.
Oh, the suit you keep mentioning?
Wait, he's been mentioning a suit?
Mhm.
So you were hiding something, so where would your mythical suit be, Mr. Tubeman?
Mechanical
Tony
suit, but yes.
Mythical.
Mythical. mechanical too.
Mythical mechanical suit.
Yeah, because we haven't seen it yet. You
Okay, that's
just
fine,
talked
that's
about
fine.
it.
Yeah,
They're asking you.
for years, dude, I'm just floating around the room.
Oh, your
and
hair still?
Gio,
Yes.
while you were gone,
Mhm.
the race of people that lives on the Earth, the alien race that crash landed on Earth, they're called Gorgians. And I put the spelling in the chat.
So you're a Gork.
And
No, there was a Gork that was interrogator.
yeah,
Ah.
you would know what Gorgians are. So,
Okay, that explains a lot.
And Gorgians are
Well,
special because they
And I don't have any obvious things that shows down me.
Gorgians are
Yeah,
special
okay.
because they all have glowing eyes of either a
Hmm.
golden color or a pink color.
Okay. So, why did you fail, Mr. Tubeman, after we even nicely asked you not to fail?
Bad liar.
Because I don't want to be here.
Well, who wanna be here? It's fucking boring.
Well, where would
Exactly.
you...
Yeah,
Well,
so
if-
just blast him out and get the fuck out. Shit is boring.
Well, he does want his mythical suit, which he just talked about.
Well,
I
the
don't
idea
know
where
if
that
it's
suit
real.
is.
First of all, it's not mythical. And it's not just a suit. And I've already asked Mr. Invisible Guy to go find where it is. After he lets me out.
Okay, so we'll wait for Mr. Invisible to come back with that information, and then
I'm here,
we
guys.
let you out.
There's two
Ah.
hands,
Yeah, you hear
Speak
a
of the
disembodied
devil.
voice just like standing uncomfortably close next to you.
Ah,
Yeah, so
speak
who's
of-
gonna let me out?
Fine. I'll do it.
Do you have- I suppose you don't guys have a problem in letting him out, right?
I'm
Well,
already shooting the thing.
that you don't need to shoot it.
You throw
do.
a cosmic blast at his.
Basically, energy blast.
Here's
On
what
my tube.
happens.
You
When
fucking
aim at
idiot.
when you aim at his tube, you shoot the blast. The blast is absorbed by the tube. Nothing happens.
Yeah, as I fired the blast, my eyes turned pure gold.
Oh.
Because I activated my powers.
Ah, so
Oh, I
you
know
are.
this is hard for you to understand since you're so fucking stupid, but you've already opened it once because I gave you the code.
Yeah, but you're still
Yes.
in the fucking... fucking
He's strapped in. Never heard of that.
Well, you seem to be so clever, Mr. Big Boy.
I open up the tube with the code, then start removing the straps. That's
No, I'm
so
not
hard.
ignored.
As you start removing the straps, you hear beep beep beep. That's it.
Yeah. Just ignoring the beep and just keep unstrapping, mister.
Let me out fast. I might be able to deactivate the alarm before, they come fuck us up.
Yeah, you could have mentioned it a tiny bit earlier, but yeah, I'm unstrapping him quite quickly.
Well, the thing is, he was restrained, so he couldn't disarm it.
Yeah.
All right, you are free after about 2
Hey.
or 3 minutes.
I immediately run to the panel of the thingamabob and I start disarming the thing. Make it believe that there's still a person inside of it.
Okay, I'll get you to make a technology roll to see if you succeed.
That's
All
pretty
right.
good.
That's pretty shitty.
Yeah, that is 14.
Yeah.
But you have a super high intelligence.
Oh, that's decent.
Yeah, it's above 50%. Yeah, you walk over, you start hauling off panels, removing electrical components, and then you finally get to the keypad, the hidden keypad, which you knew was there because you've seen this model before. And
What the fuck? I branded with dark too.
you
Is it Dark Industry?
you type in the code, and it is now, you can override any of the controls for this tube. So you can make it say that somebody's in there, you can make it say that nobody's in there, you can make it display absolutely anything that you want it to display.
I display that I'm still in there.
Alright? As you do that, you hear ding, ding.
Elevator again.
Okay.
Oh shit. I immediately run inside the tube again and I make them strap me in. Well, it's ready for the next go, but hurry, strap me back inside and close
It
it,
is
off.
ready for the
before I
next
come
go.
in.
Strap.
It is ready for the next go. Because
Yeah,
he
just
literally he's slaved this machine. So,
Yeah, so strapped him in and then open up the elevator. And closing the pod, not to forget.
you walk over to the elevator.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, presents. What are you doing?
Well, currently I'm just observing the party situation.
Okay.
Of course.
I just wanted to know if you were simultaneously doing something else, because you guys technically are on a timetable that's invisible.
Yeah, he's like, yes, quite interesting. Let's see how this ends up.
Alright. Door opens. 7 dudes, heavily armed dudes, are standing in the elevator, led by a dude who looks like he could be like a general in an army.
Problem or something?
He's a
What's the problem, sir?
he walks forward. He's a human, and he just walks forward. And out of the elevator, the troops are flanking him. He
Of
says,
course.
"I got an alarm from this road."
Odd.
He looks at the 2 visible people.
I was already wondering what that beeping was.
Oh, so you heard a beeping? He eyes you suspiciously.
Is that just the elevator?
No, that I heard the elevator before, but
He
it must be
grins.
different
He
kind.
grins mischievously. You think
What
that
is
I'm
the
gonna buy
problem?
this line of shit?
By what line of shit?
A very specific alarm triggered.
Oh, with
And
that
he
very
looks at
specific.
both of you for reactions.
Uh,
I don't react.
I'm going like, I just heard the beeping.
What the fuck?
I did hear
I
a beeping,
need you
but
to make a deception, because you didn't just hear a beeping, you helped them.
No, that's a natural one. That's a natural one.
Well, he didn't help him.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
I
Zealous
didn't actually
didn't do that,
do anything.
but
I didn't do anything.
he's not saying
16.
anything. I needed Minesweeper's deception.
16.
Alright. He looks you up and down.
That's actually pretty good with a -1.
Mm-hmm.
This dude looks you up and down. He's not quite as good as the interrogation guy, but he's still decent. Natural
God.
20.
Oh,
No, Tony dies. Yeah.
Cool! TPK the
Oh, don't worry.
first
This
fucking
isn't like a
round.
TPK situation. You guys are gonna get in trouble, but not TPK. He looks you up and down and he goes, "You let him go."
We still
No.
need 2, but
He's still the tube. You can check it yourself.
they're blind or something.
Alright. Engineer, step forward. You see one of the heavily armed dudes step forward. Go check.
What did you
the
say?
pod.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
You
The
better
engineer
have
steps
done
forward.
something smart.
If you guys would have successfully done it, he might not have gotten the engineer to check the pod.
Mm-hmm.
But, unfortunately, I just rolled too well and you guys didn't succeed.
Oh yeah, not as good as interrogation guy with 1 less.
Yeah, he's a dude who came here to see if you were lying, so he was still good, but interrogation guy is better.
By 1.
By
Do
1.
that, do that.
That's so much better.
Look,
Yeah,
I
that's-
On
might
the
have,
record, I would have tried to keep it traceless. What I did.
I might
You
have
tried,
dinged.
and I'm gonna roll for the engineer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I might have
if
dinged.
the engineer rolls higher than you did, then you're still screwed. But if
Yeah,
he
Which he
doesn't,
definitely gonna do.
Yeah, so I might have dinged Mr. Tubeman's pod a little bit because I walked into it, but that's all.
So now your story has changed.
No, it's the same thing. I just heard it beeping when I dinged it.
He's like the general looking guy is just standing there next to you, making sure you don't move as the engineer guy goes over.
Can I hear this conversation?
No, you can't.
Yes.
You're in a different room. Suddenly,
Oh.
you just hear the doors open to the room that you're in. So we'll continue the conversation that's in the other room first. So what were you saying, Sweeper?
Yeah, I just said that he dinged it and then heard the beeping. I did it. I was like, nothing special. Just some kind of alert or something. Just thought it was nothing special.
Takes more than that to activate the escape alarm on his pod.
Ah, so that's that beeping that I heard. Okay, that explains.
He's already successfully beaten your deception, so he knows.
I just keep up the story. I'm going to
That's
be like,
okay. You can
I'm
keep
none
up
the
the
wiser.
story, but he knows.
I'm none the wiser.
He goes, alright. Guess I'll have to up the security on this room. You want armed guards hanging around in here? Is that what you want?
Why would we
They-
need that?
They
Nothing
can
happened.
He looks over to you, Zealous, and he says,
Yeah.
You know what happened. Either that, or you're stupid. Are you
I might be stupid, I don't know. Hey, you can call me stupid if you want, but
He's just looking at you grinning. He's got this whole he feels
yeah,
like he's got
I
this whole
just float with a
situation
bored look at
figured
my
out.
face, so...
Oh, why are we even here? This is like a nice prison.
So, we'll switch to the other room now.
Mhm.
So Tony, you hear someone enter the room. They don't
but-
speak. And
Before
you
that
hear
happens.
somebody approaching the back of your pod and messing around in almost the exact same spot that you were just messing around.
Dude, did you bring in your window cleaner while you're up here? I told the big guy to not touch my tube. He could probably see all his fucking finger marks after fucking banging on the glass.
No, what he
goes-
did was like, tap, 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 tap.
You hear
Exactly.
that, and he goes, I think you know why I'm here. Whether or not you tell
No.
me is up to you. But
Pretty sure the lie detector guy isn't due to come here for a while.
he goes, yeah, I know. And he's gonna inspect the back of your pod. Natural 20.
Of course. Roll another one, see if
What?
it's another one.
Why not?
Okay.
It's a 5.
It's not fucked.
Just checking, because natural 20 will pull a natural 20, what?
There's a low chance, but it can happen.
You hear him, instead of working on the spot that he was working on, he suddenly goes to the spot that you know is gonna lock you back in here. And...
Just so you know, your straps aren't too tight, so you can break free.
And he...
Yeah, but then I'll be just inside of the tube.
You can hear
Yeah, but
on the
if you hear-
inside of the tube, alarm re-engaged. It seems as though you're a little more crafty than we thought. And he just exits the room.
I stay in that room, and I would like to talk to Tony.
Okay. I'll switch to the other room just so that way you guys can see the consequences of what just happened before you have that conversation. So the engineer guy comes back and he goes, so as you thought, sir, he's convinced these rubes that he's worth getting out of his tube. And he goes,
And you just...
alright, guards, you know what to do. They position themselves at least one in each room. And he goes,
Wow, there were
"Even
that many guards?
Even the washroom, yes. There were 7 dudes. And there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rooms. So there's 1 in each room.
So this one with me.
You do hear
Cool.
another guy enter the room. And
Do I get to talk before that happens?
I'll give you a chance to talk before that happens. I just wanted you guys to know what just happened, what the consequences were.
Well, at least nobody
and
got beat
The general
up.
guy goes, alright. Have a pleasant stay. Hopefully things won't get any worse. As he looks at both of you, giving you the most serious look he can.
I keep a straight face.
He looks over at Sweeper. Any reaction?
No, he disappeared.
Well, not behind that mask.
Not behind that cat mask, dude.
Okay. We'll just tell
Rabbit
him
or...
what happened when he gets back. The general guy goes back into the elevator. He shows a card to the scanner, and the doors close, and he leaves.
You gotta do a thing.
So,
Mm.
Jamba, or Presence, you wanted to talk before that guy got in the room. You have
Yeah.
like 30 seconds to ask him something. Or talk to him.
So, Tony, seems you're in quite the pickle.
He just laughs.
How
Well,
much?
you do know that these tubes here are actually designed to basically pickle people, so I guess you're not too far off.
It is true. Those tubes are meant to fill up with a liquid that prevents somebody from even moving, let alone using powers.
How about this? For a favor, I'll get you out of here.
What, you can teleport people now?
Well, I can do other things.
Well, the problem is that they reset the code, and none of you guys are smart enough to hack into this thing.
Did I see the code?
I'll say you can roll to
That
see.
is the perception skill.
I know that you can like get super close and everything. I'll get you to roll a stealth with +5.
So 5 plus D20 plus 5
Because
for
your
him.
character can still make noise, like breathing and stuff.
That's
Yeah,
No, that's
so
not possible.
As soon
You
as,
have
your,
a well.
as soon as your face... Yeah, that isn't possible.
It should an 8. He didn't add a 5.
yeah, it's 8.
Okay,
Okay, so
Still, you saw him type in the code, and then he just sort of like... His head turned to the side where you were, but you
By the
knew
way,
that he couldn't have seen you. However...
I have one more point I can spend. And I would like to be stealthy.
All
I'm
that
back.
would do is add 1 point to stealth.
Oh. Never mind then. It's whatever.
Okay. You see
blow
him
up
just
shit
sort of
now?
turn his head to the side. You can tell that something... He just noticed something. And then
I
you
recall
see
back.
him...
well,
cover...
you can't have been breathing on him because he's dead. He's a fucking ghost.
He's not dead. He's just able to turn incorporeal.
Oh.
He's not a ghost. He's actually a person that can turn incorporeal. That's all.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not dead.
He's not a spooky, scary skeleton yet.
So you see him physically, like, cup his hand over the keypad as he just very, very closely types in the rest of the code. So you know half of it, but the other half you don't know. 947 is what you got.
Just stick your head straight to the thing. You can just straight to his hand.
but
You can
by
see
that
it.
time, by the time he would have done that, the code was already typed in all the way. So he doesn't know.
Dang it.
Yeah,
Crafty little bot.
unfortunately, you somehow made a noise that tipped him off. You're not sure what noise you made, because he didn't realize you made it, but... Yeah, he just noticed you were there. Plus,
He
it
was
doesn't
spooked.
help that they actually know that you were coming here, and this is the room you were assigned to. So maybe he just knew what your powers were and figured out that maybe you were watching. You're not sure.
You spooked him.
Oh well.
well, first off, we don't know the code. Second off, I really don't think they're gonna let us be alone here after this.
So, Tony, do you know if this thing can be broken? This tube of yours?
Well,
Physically?
no.
Yeah, like, Superman couldn't smash this tube. They have it set up so that way it's able to absorb a lot of punishment.
So we need to freaking hack the code.
Because this is
We need
meant
to go
lock
hacker,
up
man.
people.
Compared to what kind of punishment these tubes have, they have a pretty poor security system.
Yeah, the tube is meant to.
The only
absorb-
problem is that the guy with the know-how to fuck up these tubes is on the inside of the tube.
Yeah, it's just because you're smart enough to know how to hack the tube. Other people that they've locked into these things don't know how to hack the tubes. It's just that you're special in that way.
Well, I did see half the code that was put in. Maybe you can figure something out by then. And I tell him half the code.
Yeah, 947 is what he saw.
It's just a bajillion in for different things.
Well, actually, half the possibility amount.
Yep.
Still a crap ton.
That's 999 possibilities. Well, yeah.
Which is actually not that many.
You're pretty smart. You can figure it out. And
Do I know if there's like a failsafe if you tab into the code too many times wrong? It'll
Yes,
do something?
there are alarms for people who are trying to
Oh.
tamper with it.
Of course.
Because this is meant to lock up people like him. People with superpowers, basically. Like, they're familiar with people who are super strong, so smashing it isn't gonna work. They're familiar with people who have powers to, like, control the sun, energy from the sun, and stuff like that. So that isn't gonna smash it either.
So what about Yumbo's character? What have they done?
He can go in the
Nobody-
tube. And
Yeah,
come back
but
out.
Can he get out? Can he? Oh, also
Yeah,
come
so
back
what
out.
if they wanted to put him inside of one of the tubes?
They
That's
can't
one of
do
the
that.
few things that they don't have that this tube isn't meant for, is someone like him. They have different things for someone like him if they manage to get a hold of him.
Da 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 da.
But either way, so presence, you managed to leave the room, or you leave the room.
Yeah, I leave the room.
Okay. As you begin leaving the room, you do see, before you leave the room, that the door was opening for a guard to come in. So you know that guy's there.
Mhm.
So, you said a thing that I could do when I come back? Or something?
The thing when you came back, I just needed you to know that the general stared at you and was making sure that you understood that you're digging yourself a deeper hole here, when you could just be honest and maybe they would treat you nicer. And because it seems as though you're learning that the dark side that you heard about is true. And they do probably have some sort of means to try to subjugate you guys, if they need to use it.
So, Mr. Floaty, do you think I think we have seen enough of this place that I think we shouldn't work for them.
I've told you like 20 times already.
So, well, yeah, we still need Mr. Tubeman's mythical armor, if it's even here.
Well, Mr. Invisible might look for that, but I don't even know if he's here.
And as
Or-
you
Yeah.
say that, Mr. Invisible, what are you doing?
I'm in the room currently conversing, but I know there's guards around, so I'm not responding currently.
Okay.
Yeah, we go just to, well, just be like, shoo, go away. We have private time or something.
Yeah, they make a motion as if they're shooing you away, but they don't
No,
know
not-
if you're there. They really don't.
No, not you, but the guards, like, go, shoo.
There's only one guard in this room.
Okay, we go to a different room and just block him out of that.
You go
There's a
to a
guard in
different
every
room, there's
room.
a guard in that different room. I've already said
Guard in
that
every
there
room.
is one guard in each room, including the bathrooms.
That's rude.
That's just a straight up
That's
road.
fucking rude.
Look, I'm not go-
Unfortunately, you guys have taken your freedom privileges away.
Well, since I know it's guards all over the fucking place, and I have telepathy, all I'm saying, I'll say in telepathy to Mr. Sweeper.
Mhm.
Yeah, you can do that.
Well, seeing that it's guards literally everywhere.
And he can
Mr.
respond
Smarty
using his
Pants,
thoughts.
Richie Pants.
He can
is in the
respond
tube.
using his thoughts, but he has to be trying to respond to you. If somebody doesn't want you to hear their thoughts, then you can't intrude. That's a different power.
So I'm just the thing I tried to respond with was, yeah, we need Mr. Tube Man's armor somehow.
Yeah, we don't know where that is.
Ghosty Man knows that.
Where the fuck is he, though?
Not yet. But he might soon.
Well, trying
Because these people
contact.
just seems like rude bastards that don't even let you have privacy in the bathroom, so...
Yeah.
Well, yeah, after you try to break out a hardened criminal from his pod. Yeah.
Oh, it's a criminal, too.
Oh, we didn't know. Perhaps he was in there because he was. For that one time, he pulled a prank too badly.
But
Fair
also,
enough. So these
Got
guys
him.
are just rude. That's it.
But also, you seem fairly strong and not as insightful. Yeah, Mr. Smarty Pants, McRitchie Pants, was lying in beer.
No, so what did he do?
I don't know, he wouldn't tell me.
Yeah, and your telepathy, again, doesn't allow you to read minds unless if they want to hear. They want you to hear.
Yeah, but it doesn't
Well-
say no, so...
Well, we can just. It's all telepathy, just so you know.
Yes.
Well, we can start World War III in here if you want to.
Curb has a lot of guards. And I think that tube is made for even you not to break through it.
Gives me an ID. Gives me an ID.
Absorb my blast,
Tony
so
Tony
that's...
would know that these things were developed to stop people like you.
I mean, to stop the Hulk.
That gives me even a better ID. Mr. Tony is literally our best shield.
That's true.
Yeah.
And weapon at the same time. In that tube.
So now all we have to do is to incapacitate all the guards in all the rooms at the same time so they don't send out the distress signal. Yep.
Sounds possible.
Oh, and there's the noise when they start shooting.
Mm-hmm.
But
There's
you know,
the
I'm not
noise of your
saying this
guys'
because I can't hear this
powers.
conversation.
There's the noise of your guys' powers, too.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Like, as soon as you start using powers, unless if the power has the subtle advantage and you took the subtle advantage, it makes noise.
well, there's
Yeah,
one
if
guard
power
per.
is for-
There's one guard per room, right?
Yep. He brought 7 guys with him, and it turns out that there are 7 rooms.
Well,
Even before I said that, I didn't realize that they were going to have to be guarding here, and I just brought 7. Sorry.
so the thing. Okay, here's the thing I can do. I can literally go to the bathroom, take the guy in there in a chokehold, and knock him the fuck out.
Good luck.
That is a thing you could try to do, yes.
Yes, well... If I have subtle, do I need one for each and every ability? Or just if I have the subtle?
It has to be for the ability that you're using. So
Mhm.
if you're using an ability that doesn't have subtle on it, it makes noise.
Because I only have the flight.
So your flight, when you take off and land, it doesn't make noise.
Well,
Or fly around.
okay, last thing is that I'm gonna say in telepathic. Well, I damn bet they won't stop us from taking Mr. Tube Man outside to enjoy the sun.
There might be. They seem like rude motherfuckers.
They might.
And the only reason that they don't care that the presence isn't there is because they know they have no way to detect it.
Ah,
Could I have the keycard to our room?
You guys still have that.
I have it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
asked him if I could have that. Okay, then I go over to Mr. Tony the Tube Man.
Alright, you
I
walk
sent
into that room.
sent you a
Would
message.
you?
And you can tell that the guard that's in this room is the engineer guy. He's making sure that you guys don't tamper with it.
I just lift it up and tell him, What? Is it illegal to take a guy outside to enjoy the sun a little bit?
Alright. He grabs a little machine on his shoulder and he says, "We're moving out."
Tony kind of just looks at what was your character's name again?
Sweeper.
Sweeper, yeah. Sweeper kind of just smiles. They're not idiots, you know. Well, they're pretty dumb, but they're not that dumb.
Just shrug and lift him up and go over to the elevator. Put him down there.
Alright, as you go to the elevator, all 7 guards follow you.
That's the
Jesus for Christ! The guy is in a tube, and I'm just carrying him around.
How big is the elevator?
Super. And he said super, so he's not trying to be derogatory by saying that.
I don't see me lifting up this building yet.
Have you tried? One of them says.
I've tried to hold up a collapsing skyscraper. Yes, that went bad.
Alright.
That'd be weak.
Slightly more. As none of the 7 budge. They're still following you.
Just roll my eyes and just gonna be like, come on in. The elevator still has room. Come on, keep
Jesus,
squeezing.
just take
Big
me
enough
back
for
to the
everybody.
window.
It is big enough for everybody.
Yeah, just go downstairs to whatever kind of park they have.
Yeah, they
Out
do have
front
like
or
a
out
little courtyard area in front of the lobby. Like outside
Yeah,
Guess
the
what?
building.
Even more guards outside.
Yeah, so there are
Yeah.
7 guards surrounding you, and there are other patrolling guards near the exterior of the building.
Not gonna even bother them and just lay Tony down so that he can enjoy the basking of the sun. Just make a sound when the sun becomes too much.
Well,
Alright.
Sound.
invisible. I don't
I'm
know
gonna
you
get you
fucking
guys.
but maybe
the
look
three
for
of
suit.
you- I'm gonna get the 3 of you to make a perception check. Since
the 3 of
everybody
us.
has jack of all trades.
Yeah, because
So-
we want to use all our skills. So of course we have.
Even if you have no skills. Which is the fun part.
Natural 20.
Alright. You see, Minesweeper. Even if you liked these guys, you do see something suspicious.
Okay.
You see a large blimp flying. It's about 10 miles away. But you can see a large blimp flying towards you guys. Metal, you see this as well.
Here comes trouble.
Here comes the cavalry. Here comes the bad guys for us, the good guys.
Um,
Who knows? We don't
Wait.
know.
Jumba rolled when he's not even there. Or is he?
I'm there.
Okay.
Trust me.
He's always there.
Okay, then somebody didn't roll.
I
Which
did.
is
Yeah.
I didn't follow. I was just telling the thing.
You
Where
all
are
3, so that's you in the room.
Where are you? I thought
He's in the
everyone was
room.
Stay in the
following.
room with the fucking invisible fuck, but we can't see him, so we don't know where the fuck he is. So
You're not with me, dude.
Yeah, he went outside.
No, then I'll go outside and do that too, because, yeah, 15.
Not like you would know.
Okay.
No, not like I would know.
Zealous, you notice this too. There's a big blimp in the distance.
They've seen super people before, right? Like, if I start
Yeah.
flying, they want to shoot me.
Do you start flying as in leaving?
I just
No,
gotta get a
shoot.
close look at the blimp.
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna approach the blimp?
Yeah.
You hear somebody call out to you. It's one of the guards.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, "Wait, where are you going?"
Just checking the blimp. I'm not gonna kill anybody.
You see that he didn't notice the blimp.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
And he goes, "Shit. Get inside, now." And he's
Why?
motioning for everybody to get inside. There's even like
Does any-
civilians that were walking down the street to a different place, and they're like motioning for those guys to get in the building.
You get a quick look at the thing.
It's
Do you
just
do you wish to approach the blimp?
Go a little closer, yeah. I'm pretty fucking fast when I'm flying. So.
Okay, so there's
There's
10.
probably enemy.
There's
Probably
10
of the
miles
state or
between.
whatever.
There's 10 miles between you and the blimp.
Yeah.
How close
That's-
to the blimp do you want to get?
the blimp is our friends. Because
Stay
if we
within like 2 miles.
You want to get within 2 miles of the blimp?
I'll say 5. Say 5 to be safe.
Okay, I'm just trying to make sure I understand you. Okay,
Yeah, 5 miles of it.
you get within 5 miles of the blimp. Perfect. You are 5 miles away from the blimp. You can, and I need you to make another perception check.
16.
Even better. You see very small, they look like biplanes that are big enough to fit one person that are flying around the blimp. And as soon as you get within 5 miles, you see that one of them starts flying towards you.
Does it look weaponed?
You're not sure. Not from this distance.
just
I'll
wave
start
to it.
Getting it back to the building. See if it follows me still.
As soon as you start flying back to the building, you can see that it sort of changes directory to or direction towards you. But then once you start getting too far away, it flies back.
Okay. I'll
It's
speed
not,
up the flight.
It's
so I
not
can
nearly
catch
as
up with the
fast
others.
as you.
I'll speed up so I can catch up with the others pretty quick.
Okay.
So-
I guess
what-
I'll do pretty quick.
So, what was that with the blimp?
It's covered by fucking planes, and the planes don't like you to be close.
Well, perhaps just
You guys
protection. Perhaps.
have you guys gone back into the building?
Yeah, I'm not going back. It's just a blimp. Perhaps just someone who got the blimp and
He says
he passed out behind the
he
wheel.
says you don't know who that is.
No.
Man,
would I?
you're ignorant. Fine, you want to die out here? Die with the rest. And he walks back into the building.
Don't forget Mr. Toopman now.
You're carrying this tube,
He's
man.
letting
Can
you
I do an
guys
intelligence
die
check to see
you
if
wanna
I know
die.
what blimp it is?
You guys haven't rolled to see if you know what kind of blimp it is.
Okay, let's see what
And
kind
I
of
just
blimp
asked
it
if I
is.
could.
Roll intellect.
Okay, I'll do as well.
Wow.
Oh wow!
Oh wow.
Natural 1 on both. Damn.
Zealous can roll 1 too. Because you
I'll
got a
laugh if I
lot
get
closer.
like
Actually, you got a lot closer. Oh, I was gonna tell you to add 5, but it's not gonna help you.
So 11.
Because you got a lot closer. You guys have
No,
no
I
idea
was-
what this blimp is.
Well, they say they're gonna. Well, you guys take Mr. Tubeman back in. Well, I can only carry him, so I'll just put him in the elevator and then go back outside. Just don't worry about me.
Oh, where are you going?
Just gonna see what the blimp is about.
Well, it does sound bad and fun.
Well, since the guards are running and hiding inside, I suggest you do the same.
Don't worry about me. I can handle myself.
Okay. At least give us back the key card before you go out and kill yourself.
Yeah, the keycard is just like on some kind of some kind of handle thing on the tube, so that the guys have it.
I've already grabbed it.
Okay.
Yeah, just give him back the card.
Okay, you have the key card. There you go. There you go. Here's the key card. Now make sure Mr. Tubeman doesn't die or anything.
He's in a
Since you're
fucking
gonna
tube.
stand outside, you will get to see things that they don't. So you guys head back inside. I'm gonna start with them.
I mean, believe me, if anybody would have survived them, it would have been me inside of the thing.
Because this tube is made for that. However, he would be super easily captured.
Yep.
I want to see this too, so I'm gonna go outside.
You're gonna go outside?
Yeah, with you.
Okay.
How heavy is
I'm
the tube?
outside.
Yeah, he's
Just for
outside.
question.
That's what he's saying. He's going outside with you.
How heavy is the
Okay.
tube with him in it?
No,
Tube
that's the thing.
with him in it. It's like 1,000 pounds.
Yeah, the tube is currently in the elevator, so don't worry about that.
Plus, you have guards that are willing to assist you if you're willing to bring him inside.
Yeah, the tube is currently in the elevator, so you just have to swipe the card. That's it.
Can I swipe the card and get out?
All right. You guys, whoever's inside, you see that the different vendors are pulling like these metal shutters down over their shops, and they're like running into like a more secure area in the back. This is not a good thing that's happening, apparently.
Well, this is a first for everything. Still interesting.
So, who's staying outside?
Me.
Me.
Okay.
If I could swipe the card and go outside, I would.
I
But if I
need
can't, I
both
can't.
of you. I need both of you to make a
Ooh.
perception.
I accidentally closed the game, so excuse me for that. Ah, there we go. It's back.
Okay, I need you to make a perception.
Yeah, I heard. Perception. 3!
Super crappy. Okay.
And he rolled a 13.
So you guys, you look around, but you don't really notice too much. However, presents. You sort of glance up, and you can see that there's a large green lizard on the top of the building.
On top of the blimp. Okay.
No, not on the blimp, on the building.
Okay.
Oh, look, it's Dr. Connors.
It looks like a gecko times like 100 size. Kind of big lizard. And it's gripped to the side of the building. And it's looking towards the blimp.
Hey, Sweeper. You ever seen a big giant lizard?
Well, if you mean, what are those difficult? If you mean a Komodo dragon, yeah. If you mean a Komodo dragon, then yes. If not, then what lizard do you mean?
Oh, it's the lizard that's on top of that building over there somewhere.
Yeah, so
Looking
you glance
for
up
it.
and you see that there's a giant gecko-looking lizard on top of the building.
Huh. Oh, this is getting interesting. But this is getting more interesting by the minute.
You see one of the biplanes that I described before approach the lizard, and the lizard just goes hung, kind of like Yoshi, grabs the plane, pulls it into its mouth, and you just see a small explosion up there, and it just spits it back down towards the ground.
Well, that's certainly interesting.
Alright. So,
You're looking for trouble. Is that why you're here?
are you asking him?
Perhaps.
Okay.
Perhaps I am. Yeah. Perhaps I am the trouble. Who knows?
You see a couple more biplanes come close to the lizard. He just laps them up and spits them towards the ground. However, as the blimp gets within about half a mile between the building and the blimp, you see a large blue glow coming out from underneath the blimp. And then you just see a large beam eject towards the lizard. The lizard is cleaved in half and falls to the ground.
Oh yikes! Definitely don't want to get hit by that now, do we?
Yeah, if you're looking for troubles, that might happen to you.
Yeah.
You see a couple more humanoid-looking things leap from the top of the building towards where the blimp is, and a fight ensues. You see explosions in the air, different powers being used. You even see a guy being carried by another guy who gets dropped on top of the blimp, and then the guy who was dropped is like... You see small explosions on the top of the blimp. Apparently that guy can't fly like the other ones.
So very common to fly, you know.
For a lot of superheroes, yes it is.
Well, I guess we're just gonna watch the fireworks.
Alright,
try
if you
to
guys
stay out of
remain
shots.
there, it's just gonna get worse from there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I feel perfectly safe.
You see 4 or 5 parachutes in the air. And they're headed towards the ground level of this building.
Looks like you're gonna have some fun.
Oh,
By the way, can we see this from a room, like from a window or something?
You guys are still heading towards your room. This has been happening super quickly.
Okay. So I just look around for a bench. You're gonna be like sitting down on it, like, I've seen worse things.
You literally see 0 people in the streets.
Yeah.
Like, even the cars, some of the cars' doors are, like, open. Like, people just abandon their cars to get to the safety of a building nearby.
Just shrug and just sit down on a bench and just watching the parachutes come down.
Alright,
You're
you see...
very right, are you, Sweeper?
I've seen a lot of worse. I've seen a lot of worse things. Hell, my head was once blown off, you know?
Well, maybe this
that
is
he
your
has a
lucky
hand.
day.
Either way, so you guys finally arrive at the floor that you were meant to be on. You have your guards still. Your 7 guards. However, they're not, like, dispersing into the different rooms. Instead, they're, like, surrounding you guys in a circle. And they're, like, looking around for threats.
I just yell, "Boom!"
One of them turns around and he is just about to shoot, but he's slightly more well-trained than that.
Made you look.
I'm like floating above this because I don't want to be fucking claustrophobic with it.
One of the guys goes, "You don't know who you're messing with. These guys.
Now who am I messing with, genius?
These guys. They're meant to kill people like you."
Sounds amazing.
One of the
Shouldn't
guys
that, you
just
know?
turns around and says the guy with no known powers.
Oof! Oof! Oof!
Exactly. So why the hell am I here? Release me in so I can go home. Oh, and I need my suit.
Like he's no threat. He's just a dude that's rich.
The guy walks over to your pod. He types in the code. It opens the shielding. And he says, "Fine. If they come in the room, I won't stop them from shooting you."
So where's my suit?
He doesn't release your binds. You're still in the pod. He's just like, "You're being a dick. I don't care if you die."
Oh, he's a
you're
dick.
being a dick. You're not freeing the guy that is basically useless.
They were
Well, you can
going to let him have his suit if he wanted to join. But they don't. You didn't want to join. It's your fault. From their perspective.
Why would I join?
They're like one of the greater known hero organizations on the planet.
And I would
People
join
who
them
don't wanna
because of the pay?
People who don't want to join have something wrong with them, as in they're criminals.
That's very biased. Perhaps I don't want to join because I don't want to die or anything. Perhaps I want a normal life
can't
with
die.
powers.
You can't die.
You literally
Perhaps
can't
I-
die.
Perhaps I
Anyone
wouldn't
that
give a
gets that.
flying fuck because I have more money than I can ever spend. And being
Yeah,
a goody two-shoes Boy Scout just doesn't get me off at night.
Yes. What I'm
That's
saying.
fine, so he's gonna let you die because you were a dick.
Well,
Yeah,
let him
but-
die anyway. Why did you free him?
You can try.
Oh, I'm asking the guard.
You're asking the guard if you can free him?
Mhm.
Yeah, so well, if you're just gonna let him die anyway, why don't you just free him? He can't do shit.
Because he's a
He's
dick.
pretty right there.
Did you hear what he said? Because
No,
Because he's a dick.
Yeah.
Well, that dick is useless. So free him, and he
Right,
can't do
we'll
shit.
die protecting him, and if he dies still, then that's his choice. He
What's
made
up?
it.
You're the guy pointing a gun at me, and I'm the dick.
He's not pointing a gun at you.
Oh well, in that case, you're the guy that's threatening me with death because of these clowns that's coming now, and I'm the dick?
You're the
Yeah.
dick who's insulting us
Don't get
for
that idea
trying
here.
to protect your life.
Well,
They're trying to
you're not.
protect you. Even though
Can
you
I
did
at
a bunch of
least
suspicious
have a bottle
stuff.
of booze when I die?
They toss you. One of them goes up and tosses you a bottle. However, you
Am
can't drink it
I
because you're still restrained.
Mm-hmm.
I try to get out of the thing. Like
Alright.
only not
Alright,
my
roll
whole body,
athletics.
just my one hand.
Roll athletics.
Wow,
You've rolled super high.
that's actually super good for me.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. You managed to get the bottle to your lips even though it hurts. Like you're pushing against the restraint.
It was 7 armed guards, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, in this
And he's gonna do the same thing that he did to Gio's character. He's gonna look the guard in the eye and is actually gonna say, "Thank you." And you can see that he's actually meaning it.
He's generally thanking him.
He'll look at you and he'll say, "Yeah, if we make it through this, you can thank me again." And he's looking around the room.
And
If I get my suit, I can help you guys get through this instead of just sitting here useless.
Yeah, isn't that like the best way to show one's fucking thing? By fucking helping them?
He takes out a data pad and he shows you the results of your stupid lie detector test. You don't like us. We're protecting you because you're still useful. He puts it back in his pocket.
The test didn't ask me if I liked you. The test asked me if I wanted to join you, which I currently don't because I don't have any reasons to.
Great. We'll make you join us. And then he turns around and he's still protecting you.
You can't make me join you if you're dead.
Yep, that's pretty true.
If we die, it won't matter anyway.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
well, if you give me my suit, I might be able to protect you.
And as you say that, you hear glass shattering. That glass in that room where you guys were. Outside, you guys see that some of the parachute guys have landed on one of the floors. You're not sure which one. And they're smashing through the glass.
Too late, apparently.
Well,
Good luck, guys.
Since you guys are gonna be useless fuckers, then use those guns properly.
They're
On these
aiming
fuckers.
towards where the sound came from. And
Yeah,
they're trying to protect you as well.
Yeah. But I have energy things glowing from my hands because my power's activated again, so I'm glowing.
That's fair.
You're glowy glow.
You
Glowy
guys
glow now.
on the floor, on the ground, you see a couple dudes floating in towards you guys. They're aiming specifically towards Sweeper. They don't see the other guy because they can't.
Wonder why.
Yeah, who would have thought?
And so I just waved to them and asked them. I was wondering where the cavalry was staying. Cavalry.
I don't think this cavalry is friendly.
You see them looking at you. You see that two of them have assault rifles, and another guy is just a dude without armor or anything, and they're just floating towards you.
Yeah, just let them land, see what they're gonna do, because they haven't opened fire or anything.
They land, they aim their weapons at you, and they're gonna shoot you. I told you that there were two evil organizations. This is the worst of them. They wish destruction on everything. So you guys
sounds like the type of guys we want to join.
Not the one we wanted to join. The other one we wanted to join.
So they're just going to shoot you.
Okay.
And since this game system works in this way, they shoot at you. You don't have armor.
Okay.
They click.
I do. I do have a dodge, Barry.
Yes.
I have a dodge and a parry.
This is how this game system works. I'm going to reward you for taking choice out of your hands for a moment. They aim their weapons at you. You're just like, What's going on, guys? You just hear, and you feel the side of your head just eject out from the side of your head. Like, there's a huge hole on the side of your head suddenly. And you're just like, huh, I guess they didn't want to be friends. And then you just hear 15 more bullets, and you're just littered with bullets, and you lay on the ground.
I'll be back in an hour.
Alright, as that's happening, Presence, as that's happening, you're watching this as he was just pelted with bullets. They walk over, and they restrain him, and they motion for one of those biplanes to come by. The biplane flies by.
Before that happens,
Okay, what do you do?
when he falls to the ground and they walk over, I'm gonna summon some shit on them.
Okay.
The gates of hell open up.
Open sesame.
Suddenly, they're surrounded by 16 big boys with bulky muscles.
Hold on. Just the sound effect is just perfect for it. Where is it? Where is it?
You always use the same sound effect.
No.
And I command them to destroy them.
Alright. As you command this, you see them as if they were expecting that this was going to happen. They hold out this weird device. The big boys vanish. And suddenly, you're visible.
Uh-oh.
They look over at you, and they go, there you are. They just point a gun at you. And they fire. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't harm you. And they go, oh, you're that one. They take out your weakness. Since you're the only one there, I'm not going to reveal what it is.
Yeah, I'm out. I can see.
Yeah, so they walk over to you, and they just throw it at you. And
It's salt. It's so salt.
and
Oh no!
you're punctured by it,
Yeah, it's a spork of silver.
and you go, huh? And then you fall to the ground, and you start to go unconscious. The rest of you, you're up in the other area.
Yeah.
A bunch of dudes come in, different races. You even see one dolphin dude.
Oh, Fenian. That's been a while.
Yeah. He looks over at you and he goes, oh, you're that one. He just takes out a grenade. He throws it into the air. And suddenly, the room is black. Dark. And you can't see.
Funny. If I had my suit, I would be able to see them.
The guys with guns, you just hear like machine gun fire all around you. You hear and you can feel a hot warmth over both of you, as you can tell that their lifeblood is
They
all
may get
over
a
the room.
chance to fucking block.
Unfortunately, no.
I have force field.
You attempt to activate your force field. Seems like this weird darkness is preventing your powers.
El Gonzo.
This was meant to happen. If I had my suit, it would have just thrown out an EMP or something. Right?
Yes, unfortunately, this game system does have a mechanic where I can take choice out of your hands for a moment, and you get rewarded for it. I give you some...
In hero points.
Yes, I'm gonna give you some hero points for this. So...
Don't I can't do fucking shit, so that's bullshit.
You feel something around your ankle, and suddenly you're slammed into something hard as you've been in space before. They just pulled you out of the air with something and slammed your head into the floor.
Oh, that won't fucking hurt.
And You just feel as though you're going unconscious. Tony, nothing happens to you. You just hear.
Did I get to keep the bottle?
Yeah, the bottle's still in the tube with you.
I got a bottle. I'm happy.
I don't know. What was your name again? Your Salu? Darius? Stelos. But you said David or whatever, right?
Yeah, he said his name was David.
I don't know about you, David, but I like these guys a hell of a lot more. They let me keep my bottle.
The room
If you have a
lightens back
chance to
up.
respond, I'll agree.
So for Tony, the room becomes light again, and you can see that all the guards are just a gory mess on the floor. And you can see that Zealous is unconscious on the floor as another dude is just like wrangling him and putting the restraints around his wrists.
Oh. So who do you guys work for?
They just look at you.
Perhaps I can buy them.
Finian, which is the guy who looks like a bipedal dolphin, walks in front of you and says, "You haven't heard of us?"
Can I make an intelligence check now that I can see their armor?
Yep. I'll give you +5.
That's a 20.
Alright. These are the World Enders.
I want to join them.
The
I
World
don't.
Enders have destroyed a myriad of sentient planets in their wars to destroy all sentient life.
Okay, maybe not, because they'll blow up my planet.
Aren't they sentient themselves?
Yes, they are. But they have to destroy everyone else before they can commit mass suicide.
Oh,
I'll be
they seem
right.
nice.
I'll be right back. Because people are asking me to switch machines.
They...
Well, are we gonna end soon anyways? No,
Yes.
you left.
That's okay.
You left. Oh well.
The
Well-
Finian picks up your pod, and he goes, "You will be our weapons."
Well, if I'm gonna be your weapons, you kind of need to pick up something else
Don't
for me.
worry,
I don't know
this
where it
tower
is.
will be destroyed. We'll find your power.
Good.
As he
Thank
presses
you.
the button on your tube that makes you go to sleep.
No!
And then you go to sleep.
Damn it! I didn't put the cap back on the fucking bottle.
And that is where we're going to end for this one.
Yeah, Gio come back and there's nothing here.